Hey guys, back again with Movie Magic Gamer Gurus with Tash, aka Sketchney, and we're back for the 11th one, and we're happy. We've got lots of things to talk about, and we hope that you're all watching and that you're gonna comment and whatever. So let's get ahead. So how you doing, Tash?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, thanks. Last night I gamed quite a bit, so I was quite happy
Yeah,
about that. So what about you?
yeah. No, there's a thing. We were up all night gaming, so
So
it was
we finally completed Sniper 3.
yes.
Completed the whole thing. Now, what are your whole views of it now that we've completed the whole thing?
You know what? I stand by. You know, it's not a bad game. I think there are just much better games in the genre, kind of thing. And it's not one of those ones like I say, stuff like Rainbow Six Vegas and that I've picked up numerous times since, like since finishing them. I don't see this as one that I'll be going back to on my own, kind of thing. It was one thing playing it with you, but this is not one I mean, like I say, I did the solo survival, and that was the most tedious and frustrating thing. It just gets tedious, and it just feels very repetitive, kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
was that Pepsi?
Yeah.
Diet Pepsi. Yeah.
Diet, Diet
Product
Cafe
placement.
3 Pepsi.
Uh, oh
That's
yeah,
what
because Donna wants you decaffeinated, doesn't she? So.
indeed. So I was like, but it's not working.
No, you're still bouncing off the walls.
Alright, carry
So
on
yeah,
with you.
no, I'm glad we platinumed it though. I am kind of sad that we were hoping to get people to help us, and we had to get a complete stranger to help us in the
Yeah,
end. But
that's pointed at you, Alex.
yeah, it would have been nice to game with Alex, but he didn't want to be a part of it, I guess. So.
Well, I sent him a message. I said, Alex, help us get a ribbon and we'll help you. And he sent me back an absolute nothing. So I'm watching you now. I'm after you. And I've got you in my line sights. And I ain't going to be finished until I ruin your life.
It's all right. You just won't get to platinum it. No, it was, we had a nice person that that wasn't chatting back to us, so had to put up with us. So,
He hit on you and all.
yeah.
He went like this. He sent Tash a message going, hello. And when Tash responded, he went, are you a challenge? And I was like, oh.
But no, it was nice to finally get that, because we played the DLC as well. So, which was
how weird was it that we were playing with this guy and he didn't have voice?
no, I know that was really weird. There's probably a load of. He probably does have a microphone, but just didn't want to.
Because you get free with the console.
Yeah, exactly.
What I found so weird was the fact that we take voice in now so much for granted.
Oh yeah, to like we're going like, well, what ribbons do you need, and are you ready, and stuff like that, and you feel so frustrated because you're just like, please talk back to me, and you're waiting for the messages,
Well,
emails, anything.
I remember when I used to type on AOL and that, there was no voice. And then as soon as
Yeah,
Skype came in, everybody was like, let's talk on Skype because I want to talk. I don't want to type, I want to talk. And
yeah,
I'm like, but typing keeps your mind active because you've got to think about what you're putting.
yeah,
And so when you're talking, you can go like this. Yeah, I did this last night, I did that, and there's no
yeah.
real thought about what you're saying. So
No,
you
there's no filter, kind of thing.
but you're like this, I can do it like this and like that. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
whatever.
so I think people take voice for granted online. I know we all like talking to each other because it's more real.
Yeah,
But at the same time, when it comes to certain things, I don't think they like. If I'm talking to you on Facebook, you don't need to send me a voice message.
no, exactly.
I
I
mean,
just text. I
uh,
just write what I need to write. I'm not, like you say, not sat there going dot dot
people can. I mean, people can. You
Oh
know.
yeah,
Fine.
yeah,
I'm
but
saying, to me, things like Facebook's a bit silly to send voice messages when you can just type like in seconds.
yeah, exactly.
Uh, so, I mean, Luke, my friend Luke, and
Yeah,
years ago, he was
yeah.
sending me a voice message on Facebook, and it was so weird for me because I'm typing to him,
Yeah.
and he's sending me voice messages, and I'm like, this is so weird. If I feel like I'm a mute, who's trying to talk to somebody who's talking to me, and it's like I'm holding up sign cards,
Yeah.
Facebook by typing the things up. It's just so weird.
It's like we're fortunate with the PS4 that they're, unlike say the PS3, it is a little quicker to type because it's got like the predictor, the dictionary on it is a lot better than it was on the PS3. It can be a lot quicker to type than it used to be, but at the same time, it's still quite tedious, unfortunately, to do the typing on, like sending text messages on the PS4. But that's the funniest thing. Then I'll get messages from my mate Donna will send me messages, but then she'll get to a point where she's just like, oh fuck it, and she records a quick voice message, kind of thing.
It can be. I mean, it can be frustrating, and I understand why people do it because on the PS4 in particular, or I remember on the PS3, I'd be sitting there for like 5 minutes trying to type out a whole message.
Yeah.
So I understand why people don't, and I understand why people do.
Yeah.
But whenever I've been in like virtual games online or anything gaming online, I've always typed.
Yeah.
Because I always find it better for people because not everybody can hear you properly, especially when you talk like from East Essex or something.
Yeah.
I always go, oh, your voice is too thick. I never understand that because I hear myself perfectly. But
it's like we were saying as well, even with talking to this other person, and it was annoying that they couldn't respond, and then you get very self-conscious when, like, me and you, I mean, we were pretending like we didn't know each other, but because we can gas on kind of thing, and we're just like, so are you okay there, this, that and the other, but the thing is as well, is it's that kind of thing where, like you say, we take for granted now so easily, just that the ease of being able to talk over a system like that. Whereas, like you said, and that's what I was going to say, sorry, is the point, again, as like I said, being a female gamer, sometimes it's very frowned upon, and it would be nicer just to text sometimes, like not to talk back.
Yeah, I mean, that bloke was trying to sexually harass you in the text things, weren't they?
Was not.
Was. He said, I'll do a challenge. Yeah.
He said, sniper challenge, question mark.
Yeah, of course he did. But so okay, so we completed it. So you thought it was one of those games you won't really want to return to.
Yeah.
Okay, well I played it, and I have to admit, playing it, I felt like it was very lackluster. It had a lot of potential. It could have been an amazing game, and it was one of those games which to me should have just been a co-op game in the first place.
Yeah.
I did love it. I did enjoy it. I thought it was great. But the things were crap. Like the main villain, Varlin, he's got nothing in the game till the end.
He was the most James Bond-esque kind of villain. It was like fucking, I want you to die.
Then there was the other bloke in the Churchill content, Rubog or something.
Well, the guy who looked like he was out of the game Army of Two with the face mask.
It looked like he was. I tell you what, it looked like. It looked like he was like some sort of ninja wannabe because he went like this.
He just raised his hand and like the snipers come towards him.
And you're just sitting there going. But the thing is, what I think about it is the Hitler for the Noble content. You didn't get much of Hitler at all. And Churchill, you saw cutscenes, which was an improvement.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Compared to the Hitler one that just had letters.
Churchill. If they're going to kill Churchill, you should have at least got to see Churchill.
But this is the thing with the DLC, is, as you said... Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, interrupt your flow. But I was just going to agree, is that, as you said, there was so much potential here. I mean, they had 2 DLCs that dealt with Hitler and Churchill. Now, one of them is called Hunt for Grey Wolf, and we were under the impression we were going to be hunting down Hitler. That didn't happen, and we don't even know if it's the real or fake Hitler that you see.
I told you, didn't I? The bloke, from what I read up, but you only find out by if you shoot him in the testicles, because he has 1 or he has 2, and I'm just like, this is just stupid.
And even worse, is they didn't have the swastikas. He's got this red armband on, and he's got bloody Africa, the logo from the...
And all we had to do was pick up letters about kitchen work and stuff.
Yeah, and we were on a map that we'd been on already, just the back of it.
Twice. We were on like 2 or 3 maps that we'd already been on before.
Yeah, and like you say, there was just some, and like you say, the letters, and it was just and it was so short. I'd spent £7 on something that was like.
On Cadet, that would have been 5 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, it was only because, I mean, even then, I mean, look, there was quite a few people at the beginning. We played it on Authentic, which is the hardest difficulty, and there was a few people at the start, and then after that, there was bugger all. We got through that really easily. It's like, the Churchill one was better, but considering I had to pay £20 for it, I would have expected it to be better.
What's that last Churchill one? That last Churchill mission was massive.
Yeah, the maps were better, there were actual cutscenes, but still, we never saw Churchill. We didn't hear any even radio clips that they could have licensed. There was no real. There was this very nice. It's got very nice cutscene artwork, and they used the same picture of Churchill twice. It's like they couldn't even do another picture of Churchill. It's like, no, we can't be bothered to draw him again. Don't be silly. We've drawn him holding a cigar. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, after all, that's all he did in his life.
Yeah, but I think that is the main thing about this game. In the same way we've said about some other games, but it had so much potential. It could have done so much, and it just absolutely just it was like it couldn't be asked. It was like, yeah, that's too much work.
It was. I've got to be honest. It was disappointing.
But it was fun to play as a co-op.
And what do you think of Far Cry?
Yeah, because we're on to Far Cry 4 now. So no, I'm enjoying it. It's nice graphics. I've played through a bit on my own. Again, it was another one of those things that was fun because we can't. I am going. I thought we were going to get to play the campaign together, but it's nice that we can do the side bits and take the outposts and stuff like that.
In number 3, you can play the co-op together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising then that they've cut back, but I guess some stuff has to be trimmed so that they can.
I was like, oh, we can play the co-op together and we can do it like we did in this, but at least we can do the other co-op stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We can. There's so much else that we can do. Sorry.
And it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's nice that we can do it on each other's, help each other out on each other's games, kind of thing.
Yeah, because somebody kept me up all night telling me, go and get that mask for me. Can you go and find that mask? Can you get that propaganda poster for me?
I didn't tell you to. No, I didn't tell you to get the propaganda posters. I would have got the posters, but the masks I can't see.
And then to finish it all off, you ran me over as a thank you gesture.
Right, excuse me. Who ran me over first?
The Golden Path people.
And then shot me.
I'm getting them set you on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't mind going and getting the propaganda posters, the masks and stuff, and that's good because it means we can get to help each other get trophies. Like last time, we got like 4 or 5 trophies.
Yeah.
For you. So that was all.
Yeah, sorry.
So that was pretty good. And there's some others in there we can do, like the wingsuit one, where we can talk while we just keep jumping.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that should work, because I think the campaign thing, because it says you can do certain things in campaign, I think that's if it's in your world.
Right, yeah.
Because those manuals didn't count in mine. So.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, so it's interesting. So it means we can just keep talking and that while we do like those things and just kind of spend time talking and having a laugh while we're doing them, you know?
Which is fun. It's nice in a way because in a way Sniper was good in that we would do stuff and it would count for both of us. But at the same time, it's nice with Far Cry that we've got to do it on both our games, like, play as Herc or do the vehicle blowings up and stuff. It's nice that we've got to do it on both. Well, on Sniper that would be tedious, but at least with this we can have a good laugh and
I think the problem with the Sniper thing was there was times where you felt like you weren't doing enough.
Yeah.
I don't mean like you, I mean us both. You do something, I get the trophy. I do something, you get the trophy. So you're like, well, I didn't really have to try here.
No,
so.
It's like I do the sniping and you'd get a trophy for sniping. It's like, but you didn't do the trophy. You didn't do the sniping. Or like you do the up close stuff and it's like, well, Tash didn't do that, or something.
Exactly. I'm glad it happened that way because it got us through the game quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, oh God, yeah.
At the same time, it kind of makes you think, I would have liked to have got that trophy myself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of good about Far Cry because it means we can both work together on each other one, and yet we're still achieving because we're helping each other in each other's games.
That's the thing. We can do the campaign on our own time, but there's that extra stuff that we can do to help each other out on each other's worlds, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can do on the online part together,
Yeah, exactly.
like the outposts and the lost letters, and
Yeah.
we can go hiking together in the game.
Yeah. Go for a nice walk through the woods.
I will say something though.
Badges.
Weird. When I was in your game, it's so weird seeing it all clouded again because mine's mostly open.
Oh right, yeah. I tried getting up open as much as possible, but obviously I just didn't get.
But yeah, the game's definitely got beautiful graphics.
Oh yeah, the particle effects are amazing. Even on the menu where Far Cry 4, it's got the particles in front and behind the text. It looks so 3D-ish kind of thing.
And your AJ has a romantic affair with an eagle.
Actually, it's not been too bad, considering, I've probably been attacked more by those fucking dolls and
I've never been attacked by an eagle yet. Never.
I know! I've been attacked like twice or 3 times, and he's never been attacked. You've never been attacked.
I've seen people next to me get attacked by him, like, Golden Pass people, but never me. Never me.
They're fucking huge. It's like when they actually get you.
What about looking for the badgers?
Oh, just seriously. You know what? It's because they're quite small and they look like the peacocks. That's the annoying thing. Like when the light hits the peacocks, you don't see the colour in the peacocks.
Well, I find when they're tagged, they still look like, and the thing is, the badgers look like skunks.
Yeah, that's why. Because when you said, "Oh, there's a badger," I was like, "No, there's a skunk," and you're like, "No, it's a badger," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's because it's not an English badger; it's a Malaysian."
What about having to kill the badgers in the place?
Oh my God, stupid fucking hunting mission, seriously. Oh my God, we're being swarmed by badgers. Let's just sit here while they eat our faces off.
Let's just sit here while there's a building right next to us. We could all go in where they can't enter.
Yeah. It's like the fucking birds, Oh my God, we're being swarmed by badgers.
So, what's today's subject?
We're doing formats. Enjoying our. It's your choice. Explain this one.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about formats and media. What I mean by that is we're going to go all the way from Betamax and VHS all the way to now.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about things along the way like streaming, laser discs, and all sorts of things. Because I think this is one of those things where we should really talk about it a bit more. Yeah. Because people talk about how they hate streaming, how they hate digital copies, but they never get to the story of every other format before.
No, exactly.
So let's start off with Betamax. I'm sure I've probably missed some down the road. I've probably missed some of the formats down the road, so excuse me. I'm a young person. I'm only 27, so I'm sure I'm probably going to miss some.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Betamax. What do you remember about Betamax?
I don't really remember much about Betamax. My parents knew it, but I don't really have an experience with Betamax. I just know what I would see on TV and hear via the grapevine kind of thing. So unfortunately, I've never seen an actual Betamax, what the quality of them's like and stuff. So
well, Betamax went against VHS.
Yeah.
And
lost out badly.
What I remember about Betamax, because like you, I didn't have much of a life around Betamax.
No.
What it was a little bit smaller than a VHS, and had a picture on one of the bits.
Yeah.
And I remember it being one of those things where people just didn't like it as much as a VHS, which is a bit weird because they're the same, technically, in my view.
Yeah, if anything, they were better because they were more compact in a way,
But it's just weird because when you look over the history of things, what people prefer, it's a bit weird. But
I think the problem is sorry, I was just going to say, I think sometimes as well, it depends on the pricing of the. I mean, we've seen this in gaming. Sometimes the pricing of the actual, like, Betamax players, I
Yeah.
don't know if that was a lot more expensive than, say, the VCRs. I'm not sure.
The problem is, I mean, there's a lot of films on Betamax still that haven't come out on any other format.
Oh, really? Well, doesn't surprise me, but.
Because, don't know if you noticed, but on average, every time we change format, we lose over 210,000 films that will never come out again.
Jeez.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
That's insane.
There's films that you will never, ever, ever see again if you haven't got them on that format.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I know. As we've talked about, and obviously we'll talk about now, is, VHSs, they're not released on DVD, and certainly not in certain areas, kind of thing.
Well, a good example of VHS one is Scream for Help.
Mm.
I felt that the quality of VHS was better than Betamax. Yeah, I remember seeing, oh, excuse me. I remember seeing some Betamax. My mum had some, but she didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
I think what happened was she bought Betamax and a Betamax player, put it in, and then had a VHS and went, oh, I prefer VHS.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it, and I remember thinking the VHS, now I was a real small kid, so I could be a bit deluded just because I read the comment a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember thinking VHS was a little bit clearer.
Yeah.
Enjoying it more, and because my mum had she had about 20 VHSs when I was a kid, and she had 3 Betamax. So we had both players, but obviously the Betamax player was unplugged, so we had to plug it back in so I could see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, VHS had quite good quality picture at the time.
Yeah, I think Betamax had a bit more static, kind of that like the line at the bottom and stuff. Like.
I remember when we got to Spider-Man. You remember the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, the first one?
Yeah.
When it came out, I had that on VHS and I had that on DVD. And to me, they looked almost the same quality.
Yeah.
Because the
I
VHS
know. Yeah.
But the problem with VHS over time, it wears down, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Anyway, going back to VHS. I mean, growing up, we had 20 VHSs when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And most of them were horror films, like Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night, My Bloody Valentine, Enter the Ninja, Graduation Day. Now, you know why these movies are all my favourites.
Yeah, exactly.
The VHS was also easier to break, unfortunately. You're right. If you drop the VHS, you break it. And you know that you might not break the outside, but the inside would get broken. You'd be like, no!
Yeah.
So, we grew up and we had the thing. And I remember going to the shops and we used to pick up VHSs. And as I got a little bit older, we had the market store, and I used to pick up the martial arts VHSs and stuff. And I was like, oh, I got this one. Go home, it'd be the same bloody movie.
Yeah.
Again, a big thing with VHSs is they do the same movies with a different title and artwork.
Oh yeah, the different and you had the big boxes, the rental boxes and stuff like that.
I missed the rental boxes. There was just something so beautiful about having one of those big. Because my mum had it with Death Wish 3. A big brown box. I just absolutely love those boxes. I don't know why, I just did.
You know what I like as well? Those boxes that were split down the middle as opposed to the flat front. Like there was 2 halves coming together, kind of thing.
Oh, you mean like that?
Well, instead of a front leaf, you had it both at the back and the front had the same.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I know. Sorry.
It's a bit confusing, I know. The clamshell.
Yeah, clamshell. Yeah.
There you go. Because in America they had paper cases.
Yeah.
You know the paper cardboard cases.
Oh yeah, the cardboard. Yeah. We had a load of kids movies like that. Kind of.
All the really bad 80s horror flicks came out on every format. A lot of them are so cheap to put out. Yeah, they were. That was from John Quintero.
Yeah. Hi, John. By the way.
They were. I mean, VHS was those things you could just put it in and you could have it done. And I remember. See, I'm a part of a video forum on Facebook.
Yeah. All right.
And they collect VHSs. Now, I don't collect VHSs anymore because, well, I'm like, why should I? When it should all come on everything else. Now, a
Yeah.
part of me thinks, should I go back and buy a VHS player? Because there's so much out that I can't get still.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And you're like, in today's world, why should I have to?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was, like John Quintero said, it was one of those times where all the 80s horror movies, they were so, even the really bad ones, they could come out of VHS and they wouldn't even need a massive license to begin with because we had the pre-cert days.
Yeah.
And in the pre-cert days, a kid could go and get Texas Chainsaw Massacre from the video store without being told he couldn't have it.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine going into a shop? John says hi there to you, Tash.
Yeah.
Uh,
You as well, but
Can you imagine going into a video shop with a 5-year-old kid, and that 5-year-old kid, can I take the Chainsaw Massacre? You know, and then I wonder why the world now is such a crazy place. But anyway, those days, I miss those days because I was so young.
yeah.
And boy, do I wish I'd have had those days. But saying that, even though I didn't, my mum still went and rented these movies for me anyway. So it didn't make much of a difference.
Yeah.
But I remember going to the VHS rental store. What can't you find on the that you had on beta? Do you know what? I can't exactly remember at the minute. It's hard. It's hard because I haven't looked at because the Betamax stuff was in England and
Yeah.
it was at my mum's years ago. So I can't say right now because I wouldn't know off the top of my head. I'd have to kind of look into it a bit and go down the list, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't answer one for you, John Quintero, but I know there's a couple. I know there's a couple that if I remembered off by heart, like if there was a Betamax right next to me, I could tell you right now.
Yeah.
But there's so many films that I could mention on other platforms.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm sure Scream for Help was on one of them. Even though it was on VHS, I'm sure it was on that. I mean,
It's like, sorry, you can.
I mean, could you name some?
Not obviously Betamaxes, but I do have the same. I do exactly have that problem with VHSs, where I still have stuff on VHS that I have looked to upgrade to DVD, and I've not been able to find it. Now the problem is I don't have a multi-region DVD player, so that is an issue anyway. But certainly, oh,
sorry, that was my question. The video thing.
All right, yeah. Certainly, there are stuff that I've not even been able to find on, say, Region 1. Like I say, there's an old like TV movie called Hostage Flight that's got Dean Stockwell and Dee Wallace and other people in that's really good that I intend on reviewing. Like I say, there's a couple of the animated movies that I've got that there's the Tommyknockers is not available Region 2. And like I say, there's stuff like that, like you say, is just now the thing is I've looked now recently. I haven't looked, so you know it's one of those things. You tend to find some movies they come and go. They'll be released, say, on DVD, and then they'll stop releasing them. You know, kind of thing.
I mean, there's a film I'd like called Ultimate Assault,
Yeah.
which is kind of like an army ninja movie. And it's available in England on DVD, but I can't get over on DVD unless I get a pirate copy. And it's still a VHS transfer, either way.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't got that improvement, because a lot of cheap companies get the VHS, they just put them on DVD, and then nothing's to go, oh, look, you know, about.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, VHS was one of those times where you had so many films that came out. I mean, but the best part about it was most of the time you had no idea what was coming out.
No, exactly. Unless you read like the magazines and stuff. I just remember, you know, like you were saying about you going with your dad, kind of when you were. That's like we'd go down to like say Margate down at the beach, kind of thing, and my dad would you know, my parents would go looking through the you know, like the ex rental VHS stores and buying, you know, all these cheap, like the cheap horror films and stuff like that, you know, Return of the Living Dead and all the tacky kind of
you know,
ex rentals.
I remember the one thing I missed most was this. I wonder why they limit some releases to England. I live in America and we get almost everything. I disagree completely. I live in America too. John
It
Quintero.
happens the other way as well, though.
And
England gets stuff that America doesn't. So
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in England that should be in America and vice versa. I mean, why do we get George Gently? Why do we get Miss Marple? Why do we get Prime Suspect? Why do we get Midsomer Murders and all that on Blu-ray when it should be in England?
yeah, exactly.
You know? And we do, there's a lot of stuff like Why Chicago Fire, a show that's over here, over in England on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
You
and you
know?
can't get it on Blu-ray in America.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, but you just can't get on either side, which really irritates me. But going
Yeah,
back to what I was going to say, I remember the one thing I missed about VHS is I missed the days where you didn't know what was out. Because I used to go, like, I used to go with my mum and my dad, we used to go to boot sales, we used to go to the thing, and I'd go, oh, this looks amazing!
yeah,
You know, and I'd pick it up and I'd be like, I'd never would have heard this, like Duel to the Death, which was an Asian martial arts film. Never heard of it, never knew it existed, saw the VHS, and, picked it up, amazing ninja film, ended up it on DVD years later. But what I'm saying is,
I
I
missed
miss
the
the
bit.
days, I miss the days where you'd find a classic without even realising it.
Yeah, I miss the old cardboard cutouts that would advertise them in store, kind of thing. I remember, like, because I'm just using this as an example, but there was an X-Files video released, and they had this big cardboard, thing going out now, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, nice, or something like that. But you know what I also miss is the fact that it would take like a year for a movie to come out from the cinema and then be put onto VHS.
Oh, I miss, you know what? I miss it longer than that. I miss maybe 2 years.
Oh, whatever. I'm just saying it as an
I
example.
remember,
Now we have it literally within like 2-3 months. But
I remember watching Scream 3. I
yeah,
remember seeing Scream 3, the poster, sorry, and wanting it, and it didn't come out for like a year and a half later.
yeah, exactly. I
And I
remember the
remember,
Disney films we'd go to see as kids, and we'd be like older by the time they came out.
and I remember going to myself, I really want to see this movie. But now I find I get that now, but because I look at what's coming out in like 2006
Yeah, yeah.
on like IMDb, like there's a new Death Race 4 coming out in
All right.
2006, and I'm like, bloody hell, I've got to wait to 2006 for it to even come out. So
Yeah,
I guess it's still the same, but it's not. But I do miss going through a box, going, I've been looking for that.
yeah. Finding that treasure at the bottom of the bin, kind of thing.
But now, I mean, people still get that. I mean, when I look at the Video Nasties forums, people go, oh, I got this for 50p in a charity shop for VHS. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but you can buy it on DVD. But people are purists, and I've never understood, because no one's really explained that to me, properly. Why they still get, even though you can get it on DVD or something.
I miss being able to wind through the adverts.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Do you remember the guy who used to go like this? Thanks for listening. Tech.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Enjoy the film.
Yeah, I used to love that. Oh, and what about the video pirates? Where the
Piracy. Yeah, the fucking guy with the poker that he
they
that
blow
Brad.
up the VHSs.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I used to love that.
Oh, it was always funny.
The
But
last,
that guy with the poker always scared me. Big ball
one I
guy.
picked up that nobody had heard of that was really good was Centurion with Michael Fassbender.
Oh,
Sounds interesting.
Michael Fassbender. Didn't you say you saw something recently with Michael? Because you reviewed something, didn't you, with Michael
Yeah,
Fassbender?
Michael Fassbender's in the film Shame.
All right, yeah.
There he is. There he is. Oh, he's got no shame. He's sleeping with his sister. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to sleep with his sister too. Yeah. No, but it's interesting because that's the film I'm reviewing either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and the VHS covers were better.
Yeah. I love the artwork and stuff like that.
I mean, one of the things I liked about VHS was I liked the animated covers, especially for horror films.
Yeah.
And I always thought they were great. They're starting to do that again now with like Shout Factory and Arrow and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like it's as pure. It just doesn't seem the same.
No. No, exactly.
And that's something that I think is, I think it's quite depressing. I mean, I don't know what to say about VHSs. I liked them, some of the glory days for me were VHSs because I used to put on prom night and that,
Mm.
and I used to watch them, and that fuzzy thing you got from the video after you watched so much always made the movie that little bit special.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna say, you know what? It's like for me, like VHS is what I grew up with. VHS is what, like I say, there's movies that I've got that I've still not been able to get on DVD. I remember my big collection and how much room they took up. Oh my God, they took up so much space for. Um, but that's the thing. It's like I can joke about, like I was about to say, you can always tell if you'd watch like a certain part of, say, a movie or something too much. It's like like my old X-Files ones. I can tell the scenes that I've watched over and over again because they're a lot grainier than the other
Yeah.
scenes, and it's like, and
Uh,
there's something nostalgic about that.
John says exactly. The boxes were always colourful, especially with the movies for kids.
Yeah, I loved. You know what? I had an old Count Duckula VHS, and the actual VHS was a luminous pink, fluorescent pink. And the box was, I think the plastic bit was. I loved when you got the coloured plastic, the coloured boxes. Like
Yeah.
my From Beyond VHS is a deep maroony brown.
Yeah.
I just like that instead of the clear one, kind of thing.
I had a blue VHS.
Yeah.
It was blue. The colour
Oh
that
yeah.
VHS was blue.
Yeah.
And it was so special to me at one point. I was like, oh, I got a golden one, like one Willy Wonka's golden ticket.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And it was just amazing. There's some things that on VHS which I like Storybook. Do you remember the Storybook?
Yeah.
With the kind of machine-looking, weird, chubby-looking thing that read Bible stories. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like that on Blu-ray.
I
Oh.
remember I had the Chicken Run VHS, and that was blue plastic. There was a nice blue kind of cover
Did you
case.
did you ever have the Magic Roundabout? The newer one.
No, I didn't. I still don't.
I had that on VHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that film. I never watched that again actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. VHS. One thing about the glory days, I think about how like you get that little stack stuff when you watched a lot, and I think about how beautiful it is. And that to me that was better than getting a freezing DVD.
Yes.
DVDs they freeze over time,
Yeah.
and I'd rather have static and still hear what the person's saying.
Yeah. Don't it just jump or skip
Than it
or?
just go like this. So Alice, what you? I had a party. You did what?
Yeah.
I never forget. I bought Planet of the Apes from Cash Converters on DVD. The movies.
Yeah.
And one of the movies had chocolate all on the disc. I put it in my player after cleaning it up, and it worked perfectly until the last 2 minutes of the film. John Heston was walking, and all of a sudden it froze before I got to see the Statue of Liberty. It's the most iconic, one of the most iconic moments in film history I missed. And I was like, oh, he's just walking on the beach then when he leaves.
I watched the movie on a DVD once, and there was this cut, and I thought it was the end of the scene. And then I watched the movie another time, and I was like, oh, I didn't realise I'd missed a whole section because I was like, that didn't make sense. And I'm like, what's going on? And then it was turned out it was because I'm getting feedback. It turned out it was because the disc had jumped.
Yeah.
But that is the thing. That is the one thing that makes me sad about DVD is just how easily kind of and you know what as well I kind of miss about VHSs is that as I've said before, I used to, like if my cassette tapes messed up in my hi-fi, I would take it apart and fix it. There was something I always enjoyed about unscrewing VHSs and fixing the tape when it got all screwed up a bit. Like when it got twisted or fell out.
I don't forget when my VHS stopped working, I used to smash them.
Or when they got loose and you had to reel the thing.
Here's a story for you about my cousin.
Oh yeah.
My cousin obviously is like, what, 13 years older than me.
Right.
Hey, because I grew up with him, didn't I? Technically, it was like
Yeah,
my, it was like
like
my,
your
cool,
brother
it was
kind
like
of
my,
thing.
yeah, it was like my cool older brother kind of thing. And John said he had a green ET VHS tape, and he would have been pissed. I think
Oh,
over the Planet the Apes thing.
yeah.
My cousin, he used to rent movies from the VHS store, but he
Right.
used to pirate them and then put the pirated copy in the VHS that he took from them.
Right, yeah.
Now he was getting away with that for a couple of years, and then they caught on to it, and he almost got prison time. And he had to beg my granddad to go there and talk to him to sort it out because
Yeah.
he'd done it so many times. What he'd do is he'd have the double VHSs, record, take it
Yeah,
out, put that in the rental one,
yeah. And
and
then
then he'd put that
the
one, and so he'd have the actual tape,
yeah,
which was clever, but at the same time it was a bit.
yeah, a bit wrong, yeah.
And he used to get older VHS tapes and go like this.
Were you like copying the labels then or something?
Yeah, no, what he'd do is he'd write his own labels on his one.
Go, there's your video back.
Yeah, but people were stupid back in the VHS days, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
DVD are sensitive to fingerprints. VHS tapes could be reeled back together and taped and work perfectly. This is true. See, they say Blu-rays are not, they don't get hurt by fingerprints,
They
right?
do.
But they do. I've seen it. If you hold it enough with your finger, the acid on your finger goes through the protective stuff.
Yeah.
People, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
No, exactly.
You
It's
know,
just like the PS4 games, it's like they're Blu-ray discs, but they still easily get.
yeah. I mean, what I want to know is let's guess, right? This is a PS3 disc, PS4 disc, sorry.
Yeah.
So is a PS4 disc bigger than a PS3 disc?
No. I
So
don't know actually. I don't know. I think they've got the same. I don't know if they've got the info.
because PS3 have weird blobbly lines on them, and these ones don't.
You know what? I did hear about the blobby line. I can't remember what it was. It was some. I can't remember what it
Yeah,
indicated.
I could do an evil look there.
Yeah.
But yeah, But going to DVDs. Well, oh no, we've missed the format. Laserdisc.
Yo, Laserdisc. Freaking hell.
Now, my cousin bought Laserdisc when they first come out, £100 a go.
Gee, yeah.
His Star Wars collection he bought cost 250 quid on release date, from what I remember. I could be wrong, but that's what he said it was.
Yeah. That's all I remember about Laserdiscs was that they were extortionate.
Right, and to me, he put one on for me quite recently when I visited, and I was like, it's VHS on a disc.
Yeah.
And he went, it's better than VHS. And I went, are you sure about that? Because I was looking and I was like, and you had to flip them over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like this big.
Yeah. They were like fucking LPs.
Yeah, I remember because he's still got them and he still thinks they're worth a fortune.
Yeah, no, you ain't getting no money for.
What's he said to me? He said, I could sell this Star Wars collection for 100 quid. And I went, no.
They're not even like like some like 8-track tapes. They have like a cult following, kind of collectors. Laserdiscs don't seem to have the same kind of following that stuff like that has.
Maybe dual layer DVD, Paul said.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
And John said that acid or the oils on your fingers can damage. Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can definitely.
Well, wobbly lines, I mean. That's Paul.
Yeah, but because DVDs, they're dual layer. Some of the because you can get dual layer DVDs, and they're like, oh, you may get a bit of a jump, like a pause, kind of when it's changing layers on the DVDs. I don't know if that is the same on the Blu-ray.
I hate dual layer.
I hate dual layer DVD.
Try,
It's when you get in a scene and it just has this long gap before it starts playing again. It's like.
I remember early DVDs.
Yeah.
Actually, let's go back to Laserdisc and get to that in a minute.
Go back to Laserdisc quickly.
Laserdiscs were massive, right?
Yeah.
Massive. They had a big hole in the middle, and a lot of people tried having sex with it. Yes, I know. This
They
was a
were
new.
quite flimsy as well, weren't they?
They
They were,
were.
they were
Everybody
bloody
wanted them
floppy
at one
disks.
point.
You know, like
Right, and then I think after a few months they started not getting sales.
yeah.
And
I
I
think
think
they
it's
were
partly.
something breakable, weren't they, or something?
It's like if you look at how many laser discs there are, there's loads of them, but there isn't a lot.
No, yeah.
You're looking probably about a couple of thousand, maybe different
Mm.
ones. I mean, in different countries, there's probably more if you count every country.
Yeah.
But I mean, my cousin's got about 100 of them, and he's got things like Chasing Amy and Terminator, and
Uh,
I was looking on eBay, and they've got bloody Dario Argento um, uh, laser discs.
right, yeah, yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, I wonder what these look like on laser discs. I'm like, why do I care? I've got them on Blu-ray.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, like, there's a bloke on YouTube who I say, I can't remember his name right now, but he collects VHSs, DVDs, Blu-rays, Laserdiscs of the same film.
Yeah, those were like record albums. You always had to stop and flip them, and halfway through the movie, over halfway through the movie, yeah.
To me, that would just pull me right out of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but back then we didn't care because we didn't have that choice.
It was technology, you know?
You remember when you put something on, like, I don't know, you put on like a 6-hour film and you had 3 VHSs?
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
How I was surprised Lord of the Rings was on 1 VHS. Oh, I remember my grandma buying me that.
Really, yeah, yeah.
She bought 3 copies, right?
Yeah.
She watched one, gave one to my cousin,
Right.
then kept the sealed one.
Bless you.
Thank you. She then kept the sealed one, and then she gave me the one she watched first.
Oh, charming.
Yeah.
What happened to the field one?
She kept it sealed.
Did you have a lot of movies like that, or just that one?
Just that one to find my face.
Oh.
Hey, see you, Grandma. Now I've got them sealed myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I watched them, but yeah, I'm joking. But seriously, yes.
That's all I remember about Laserdiscs, other than the size of that, was that they were extortionate and the players weren't very.
John says this was a wasted technology. It was, but that was what brought us DVD.
Yes.
Because if we hadn't had Laserdiscs, we wouldn't have had DVDs.
No, exactly.
The fact that we had that made the fact that if they could make a smaller disc, because you got to remember, Laserdiscs and all this, they come out way before we end up having them.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
You know, there's technology that people with lots of money get long before we do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a lot of the army stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the army that we should have, which we don't get till like 10, 20 years later.
Well, you've got to think as well, how long? Because obviously, I mean, like, cinema, you know, back at the start of the 1900s, you know, film reel, you know, to have a VHS, that was, you know, what had been really the standard for, like, a century, basically. You know, to have that reel as opposed to... So then the idea of putting a movie on a disc was insane in a way, you know. And I don't think we ever could have considered we would have had anything other than tape.
Well, I mean, who would have thought we'd have had tape? We didn't get tape till I think the late 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
People went to the cinema and they would never imagine watching that.
No, in the home. No, exactly.
And to think about that, to think the only way to see a film would have been to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
And to think that's what made the cinema such a great place at the time. And now, if you think about, let's say, the 30s.
Yeah.
And now you think about now how cinema is falling apart.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? It's quite a thing. Because the further we move forward, the worse it gets for other things. Like
I know. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Like, even with, like, high definition and streaming and stuff. But, yeah, no, exactly. It's like what we miss out on.
John says you make a good point. What's this? John says I had 3 seasons of an old TV show on VHS and it was 17 tapes. Hell, I bet it doesn't beat the X-Files, surely.
No, yeah, because X-Files is only six VHSs. So.
Because I had every season. Every season, 6 VHSs. What's that? 9 times 6?
Yeah.
18, 27. I've counted that wrong now. 16.
No, I was going to say
48.
12, 18. Anyway.
16. What am I
I
doing?
don't know, it's 54.
6 times 9, do 6 times 10, then take 6 is 54. What the
It's 54, yeah.
Such a bad calculation.
Mathematician.
Do you know when I was in school, I was like the key mathematician at school.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I was the star student when it came to maths because I was taught it from like 3 years old. How the hell could I get that wrong? It's too simple. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember buying The Tribe on VHS, 7
Yeah.
VHSs. Do you remember
Yeah.
The Tribe?
Yeah. My sister was a big fan of it.
Yeah.
She got the VHS as well.
They only released season 1 on VHS.
Yeah.
I remember going mental because I bought it for like 30 quid, and I was like, I really, really want the rest because I was a big fan.
Yeah.
And it never happened. And then they bought them all out on DVD years and years later.
Mm.
You know. But yeah,
my sister collected them on DVD.
So Laserdisc is something that I think was one of those things that just fell through.
Yeah, well, what's the quality like on those? Do you know? Because I take it you've seen your cousins.
Yeah,
What was
Laserdisc, from what I remember watching, it was like VHS on a disc, and people would say a little bit. Now it could have done because I saw it on my cousin's 55 HD inch TV, 55 inch
right?
TV. Now, if you watch standard definition on a HD TV, it never looks good.
No, it looks awful.
Not properly. It never looks good unless you put it in something like a Blu-ray player where it, upscales it.
Yeah.
It never looked good. So something like this, it magnifies a little bit on the picture. But from what I could tell, it looked like VHS on a disc. Now that would make sense because that would have been the first technical disc.
Yeah.
It won't be until they go on disc on DVD that they'd start remastering them. And when they first started releasing movies, they weren't exactly remastered. Not all of them. To this day, they still aren't.
No. Yeah.
Because if you put on a DVD remastered, it just means it can be put onto a disc. That's remastering.
Yeah.
Real remastering is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
So it's a real incredible thing when you think about it. I mean, there's all these element things that come into a thing, and I've never been good on the whole element thing. My cousin could go on about that for hours. Elements, they have to get the right element from over here, over there. Yeah. They get different elements from different prints and all this, and I'm like, I don't care about that stuff. I care about what's on the disc.
Yeah. They get the negatives of the original edits kind of thing.
Nowadays, even 13 episode seasons of shows are on 4 discs. That is a joke. They also charge you for it, $60 for it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most of the time, if you watch something like South Park, that's something to be on 1 disc.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want it on 1 disc because I'd want a box.
No, yeah, exactly.
So I like it being on 2 discs. Things like, let's say, I'm trying to think, why haven't I got a show near me? Because I've got shows all over there. I like it when they're on 3 discs. I don't like it when they're like this. I don't like that. To me, that's basic. That's rubbish.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like it when it's a slipcover.
Yeah.
But I don't like that because to me, this show is cheap and tacky. I want a proper box set like we did on the DVD.
That's like we were saying about, like we were saying with the Blu-ray box sets. They're a bit, they're really compact. It's nice, but it is a bit tacky.
See, I like that because it's got a sleeve all the way around it. I like that. Even though it's in a memory case, it makes it look more like a box set because it's in a box.
Yeah, it does look like a box as opposed to...
What I do prefer out of all of them is this, because I think this is good, because this is like the old DVD style, you see?
Yeah.
Oh dear. See, like that.
Yeah, it folds out. Yeah, I got the same with the Game of Thrones. That's no, that's DVD still, but no, but that's the thing. I was going to say, saying about Futurama annoys me because Futurama 20 minutes long the episodes, and
Yeah,
yet they only put 4 episodes on each disc, so you end up with 4 discs.
yeah.
But they only put 4 episodes. Now you could put twice as many episodes on the one disc if they're only 20 minutes long.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I mean, I like with anime. Anime, they put 8 episodes on one disc and they put 3 on the next disc. Which
Why
I've
not
always,
evenly space them?
yeah, that's what I don't get. Because even though I like it's 2 discs, but why not make it 6 and 6?
Yeah. I don't understand how, if you get, like, say, 4 episodes of a 42-minute show on one disc, why, say, like with cartoons, they put the same number on, but they're half the length?
Yeah, I don't get it either. I was just looking up Game of Thrones, 70 quid for the whole season 1 to 4.
Oh, really? Bloody hell.
It's crazy. And, I was thinking it should have gone down by now.
It should have, especially, yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't get it.
But that is the thing, to think, when you think what Laserdisc led to to think that something an LP size could then be shrunk down to the size of DVDs is...
John said it's all about the cash.
It is.
Do you know how much it costs to make a Blu-ray?
I think it's like 10p or something, isn't it?
It's about 15p to make a whole Blu-ray.
Or something, yeah.
What people forget is it's not about the actual disc that costs the money. It's the right. It's
the rights and the royalties and stuff.
That's where the money comes from. Like the Batman set that I've got the complete series. All the money was on the music, the actors, the licensing, the authoring, all that stuff.
The publishing company, the packaging.
That's why Blu-rays and that cost so much money.
Yeah. Somebody gets paid to design the packaging, and stuff like that. It's
don't get me wrong. I think a lot of films and that are way overpriced, especially when they bring out old ones. Like let's say they bring out, I don't know, they bring out The Enforcer, which was a Humphrey Bogart film from the 50s.
Yeah.
And when you look in it to buy it, it's like $25, and you're like, it's a film which should probably be about $8 because of how old it is.
Oh yeah, there's been movies that I've been after for some time. Like some of the classics, like you say, with Humphrey Bogart and stuff like that. And I'll look and I'll be like, that's too expensive. Why is a 50-year-old movie still going for, But no, I mean, like you said about with VHS. The first time I saw DVD, I was like, this doesn't look much different to VHS. I knew there wasn't the same grain.
Yeah.
But like you say, at the time when you first see it, it's like we've said, like with HD even, you're not always as obviously, like, I think as well when you're, say like, if you're watching it via a SCART lead, like the quality is not as good, kind of thing. So that's the thing. If you ever, so like, as I've said before, my first, the first time I had my DVD player, we had a problem with the SCART lead, so it definitely messed up the picture. But I just remember I knew there was a difference because there wasn't the grain, but at the same time it was you don't automatically see it straight away until you like then do a comparison kind of thing.
Yeah. I remember a lot of people have AV cords on their Blu-ray players.
Yeah.
And when they connect their AV cords, I tell them, you need to use a HDMI cable.
Yeah.
I know you can still watch your Blu-rays because I used to do it. Before I had a HD TV, I used to use the AV cables to plug in my Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
Because before I had Blu-ray player, I had about 600 Blu-rays before I even bought a Blu-ray player. Not Blu-ray player, before I even had a HD TV. Because I was like, this is the future. I can watch them now on my normal TV and then just watch them again in HD in the future.
Yeah.
But the problem is you need to have an HD. You need to have the HD cable in to what's this? I remember the tracking dial on the VHS player. My brother-in-law works in Hollywood as an editor, and he tells me how simple it is to make the box sets.
Mm.
Hey, John, do you want to get me in Hollywood as a superstar? Get your brother-in-law to give some Hollywood directors my number. There you go.
I just saw. Oh, comment. Hang on, sorry. Was it? I just had it then and it disappeared. Oh, sorry.
What's going on?
I've lost it. I think it's gone to.
What did you lose?
No, it was a comment. I was going to read it out, but it's fine. Don't worry. I'll find it again in a second.
Well, they're all stars from what I say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you got it differently.
Yeah,
I had a great. Oh, yeah, you read that one. No, it was one about the DVDs are sensitive to fingerprints. VHS tapes could be reeled back together and taped and work perfectly. I wasn't sure if you'd read that one.
I read that one earlier.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway.
But yeah, I was going to say.
Sorry.
That was say for what?
I distracted you.
Yeah, well, it's not that hard to do. Okay. Pretty easily. So let's see. What was I going to say? Haha. Bollocks.
Oh, about the AV cables. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think that's what I get for saying I want to be Hollywood. Don't worry, John. When I become rich and famous, when I become rich and famous in Hollywood, John, I'm going to say thank you, especially to you for saying.
Yeah, just bollocks.
I'm going to go like this. I'm going to do what Herc does. I'm going to show the birdie.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I might mess.
No, you were saying about cables, HDMI cables.
I had the AV cable with my normal TV before I even had before I even had HD TV.
Yeah.
So I had about 600 Blu-rays before I even bought a HD TV because I thought this is the future.
Yeah.
That was back in 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
And I remember Blu-rays cost so much money, but they never cost as much as VHSs or DVDs did when they came out.
No, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And back then, I'd buy them all in the buy two, get a third one free.
Yeah.
And I remember the first film I ever watched on the Blu-ray player was, get this, shocking, Casino Royale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we were saying about, with the PlayStation and stuff, getting it.
But I think but they got the 4K coming now, haven't they?
I know. This is a problem. It's like there's this push now, like, because you collect your Blu-rays, and obviously I've started to get more, and then, like, you've got this new format coming in, and it's like, is it going to be like another HD DVD where it fails, kind of thing?
The question is, I mean, they've got 4K coming, they're already working on 8K, aren't they?
Oh, what is the point of collecting new stuff? I think this is why people turn to streaming, though.
I don't want to, yeah, because it upgrades normally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound funny, but to be honest with you, who cares about 4K? I mean, don't want. I'd want to see. There's certain things I would like to see in 4K, like Game of Thrones.
Oh God, yeah.
Foam. Stuff that actually has the beauty of nature and stuff.
Just the natural, yeah.
But I wouldn't want something like Bad Neighbours in 4K. I want this in 4K.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have any interest in seeing, I mean, I'd love to see Arrow, I guess, but something like, say, Chicago PD or something, I wouldn't go, I must see that in 4K, kind of thing.
It's bad enough, but they do it in HD, yet they don't release it on Blu-ray. I know what you would want on 4K.
Mm.
Mr. Murder.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You love that, yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody's seen Mr. Murder, that's Tash's favourite film of all time.
Can you imagine? Just Tash likes Mr. Murder? What?
If you want to work on Castle, I may have an in for you.
Oh!
Yes, please.
Oh, please.
Oh, in England.
Fuck that. I'll do
You're
anything with Nathan Fillion.
going to send me on the Castle episode right next to me. You'll be like, you bastard. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, but yeah, 4K. Who wants 4K? You know, I mean, these 4K TVs, you have to be what, like 70 or 80 inches big?
Yeah, exactly.
Pixels to get all the pixels. Alex has got one. Alex has got a 4K player and, you know, TV. Yeah, because he showed me it because he put some stuff on it. Because what happened was, because they didn't have any out, they'd send you a free hard drive with certain films on.
All right, yeah.
For instance, Transformers, World War Z, you know, certain things.
Yeah.
And you could get more if you paid a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
And Alex did that. He was showing me it, and it was quite nice. But obviously, I couldn't tell probably on the cam.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like you can't.
All I keep thinking is, why would you know? Donna said, "What are you going to do with all your Blu-rays if you go 4K?" I said, "I'm going to get 4Ks of stuff like Game of Thrones and newer films. I'll keep my old Blu-rays and just watch them."
Yeah.
You know, I don't care about watching bloody Elf in
In 4K.
I don't want to see, I don't know, let's have a look. Something like Deadly Night in 4K.
No, yeah.
I don't want to see, you know, hell, I don't want to see Psycho in 4K.
No, is that well? As we've said again, they're not always. I mean, obviously, the camera that was used to film certain stuff at the time, that can only be like enhanced a certain amount before it starts to look. I mean, we've said about stuff, you know, like say, like with the older 80s horror flicks that you've got on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
The quality, it still looks like it was made in the 80s. You're not going to take that away from it because of the camera that was used to film it.
Well, I'll give you.
can only enhance something so much.
You're
Why would
saying
you get a 1960s movie and 4K it? What can you do to make it anymore?
You're saying that. I'm going to give you a good example of what you're saying. Psycho, right?
Yeah.
Psycho on VHS and DVD, you had the scratches. It was incredibly creepy because you're watching it and you got those little marks.
Yeah.
As soon as Blu-ray came along and replaced those marks and made it perfect, it became a terrible film.
Yeah, and they clean it up, and I think George Lucas with Star Wars says a lot as well.
Psycho is one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
The fact that I cannot watch the Blu-ray says it all.
Yeah.
I can't watch the Blu-ray at all. I have to watch the DVD copy. I own the Blu-ray twice. But I have to watch the DVD copy because it's still got those scratches on it. It's still got those marks. The Blu-ray is perfectly clear. It's like one of the most beautiful Blu-rays I've ever seen.
Really? All airbrushed and...
Yeah, all airbrushed, all clean, lovely. But that's not what I want from a horror film because I want to feel like I'm watching something gritty, something dark. It's all right for a horror movie now because we expect it. But when you use those scratches, when you watch those shadows, that darken, that over-the-top darkness in scenes, that's what we want to see when we watch a movie. But like that, you know, it's like Peeping Tom. I love the film Peeping Tom, which is all the movie that came out around the same time, except it was in colour, about guys filming women's deaths.
Yeah.
Great film. I haven't seen it in like 10 years. But when I did look it up and I looked at the Blu-ray again ruined the movie.
Yeah.
There's some movies which should never be tampered with when they're on like a Blu-ray. I don't care what people say. I remember Mark, my cousin, his work, they had a showing of it.
Right, yeah.
And he said, oh, we're thinking about possibly showing, you know, like the Blu-ray because the picture quality is bad on the reel.
Yeah.
And I said, no, you show the reel because the reel is natural.
Yeah.
It's going to be creepy. It's going to be dark. You know, this is what today's generation doesn't understand. Blu-ray has technically ruined a big part of movies.
Yeah.
Right? As much as I love Blu-ray, and I've got thousands of them, and I'm a big fan, there's some things I hate about them, like the whole thing with Psycho and Peeping Tom.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it is that same thing of George Lucas with Star Wars, in that you tune in for Star Wars because you love seeing like the puppet of Yoda or what they did at the time to see the effects. So then to go in and CGI everything and go, oh, we want to make it looking realistic and spanking and sparkly. It's like, No, the charm of the original is that it is tacky with these, the puppets and stuff like that. It's the same kind of thing where with Blu-ray they're like, oh, let's get rid of that little light that's there, or that crew member that can be seen in the reflection, or something like that. And it's like, no, there's a charm about seeing those little goose, or like you say,
what people forget is when movies first come out, we watch them in the cinema. Right?
Yeah. You didn't spot stuff like that.
Right? You watch it back in the days. You'd watch it in a cramped cinema.
Yeah.
And it would be very dark room, and the prints would all have scratches on them anyway because they travel from one place to another. It's amazing how many scratches you get on a thing, because my cousins told me all about it. You get them scratched up like hell sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? And we put it on, we watch it, and we're like, wow, that little scratch up there, we notice that, and all of a sudden, what's this? And it's a big monster jumping out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you follow it, and you're watching it, and your eyes are so peeled on it, but you're like, wow, oh, wicked, awesome, right? But you get home, you get the perfect edition at home, which is all the, because they fix them up, don't they? And sort them all out, right? Get home, you fix it up, it's all in there, and you're like, this ain't the same movie I remember.
No, exactly. John said this generation wants everything cleaned up and in pristine condition. Exactly. The sloppiness of the 80s horror is what made it so cool. Exactly. And the same, not just 80s, but 60s, 70s. I mean, my God, you watch some of the old 70s movies and you're like, I want to see it with that 70s softness on the camera and stuff. I don't want to see it sharp.
I remember the 80s. And it had that mist.
Oh, yeah.
When you watch
like we said last time about that kind of,
when you watch special features, that mist is never there.
No, yeah.
But in the movies, that mist is there, isn't it? Like if you watch Prom Night, right?
Yeah.
It's really misty. It's got that kind of like this smoke all over it, even though it's not technically a part of the film in certain areas.
It's part of the
smoke machine in the movie.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, and that costs a lot. But what I'm saying is, there was times when you watch movies and there was that smoke stuff, and it's that 80s look.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we said it last week about X-Files, but even something like Twin Peaks, I remember watching it on TV and it had that same kind of look, and then you watch it on Blu-ray or whatever and it's all like nice and sharp and stuff, and I'm like, no, I liked the early 90s look that it had,
Well, this is the thing. I mean, when I used to watch, see, a lot of people say, I'm going to go to horror a minute.
Yeah, sorry, I was just...
say, no, it's all right, because we're talking about it in general, aren't we, the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
What you've got to say is important as what I've got to say, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, but I know what you mean about the horror.
So, what I'm saying is, I remember horror, right? And people going about how 70s, 80s horror's the best, right?
Yeah.
Because so many people forget about the 30s and 40s, right?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it was a different horror.
Yeah.
But you go to the 70s and 80s, it had that mist, it had everything, and it had some of the worst actors possible, right? But it had that perfect feel to it. It had this beautiful feel to it, but you'd watch it and you'd go, this is an epic movie. Even though it could have the worst killings, the worst actors, a good example of that is The Redeemer, Son of Satan. Terrible movie, but you love it because it's just so weird.
Right, yeah.
Of the time. You watch a movie like that now, made yesterday, most people will say, what a big pile of crap. Why?
Yeah.
Because that movie should have been made in the 70s and 80s. If it had been, it would have been classified as epic. The fact that it's made now, people are like, they've been so spoiled by stuff, and we've grown up so much that we've got past maybe that kind of horror. That horror deserves back then. We want more intelligent horrors most of the time. Yeah, there's people out there that can just watch shit like Insidious and that, but people want intelligent. They want something that's not like it was then. Thus, ruining a lot of the horror generation, because the horror generation back then was the best because you really, really were involved in it. Now you go, oh, I'm going to watch, let's say, why have I never got, let's go, oh, I'm going to watch Tales from the Dark Side tonight. Let's pretend this was a new movie and not the movie it is. I'm going to watch tonight, I'll just answer, put it in, and while I'm watching it, I'll play football or something, and I won't need to press it. Back in the 80s, back in the 90s when we had those tapes, we'd put them in and we'd be lights off, we'd sit there watching it with our eyes peeked on like this.
Yeah.
But we live in a world now where everybody's distracted by everything else. We're distracted by our phone. We're distracted by our new smartwatches, our smart glasses, the computer screen. We can't just sit and watch a movie in pace.
But
And
it's kind of like.
go on.
No, I was just going to say, it's kind of like what we were saying last week. With this is the problem. They tried to do these reboots to modernise it to go, this is what people want now. And it just does not have the same charm as the original, you know, say Elm Street or something like that. It wouldn't, if it was made now, it just would not work. And this is why they do these reboots, to try and make it appeal to modern audiences. And it doesn't work in the same way that the original did. And that's the thing, even saying something like, I enjoyed watching Elm Street more on VHS. I remember watching it on VHS than I do watching it on DVD. I think because of that vintage look that it has on the VHS as opposed to cleaned up.
John says, my favourite horror movie from the 80s is Happy Birthday to Me. I used to watch it on DVD.
I remember Happy Birthday to Me. I've seen that.
So isn't that the one where she kills them and puts them around the table?
I think that was... I just remember, it's been a while since I saw that. I can't remember.
Sure it is. If it is, I've seen it. I've seen it. And it's
I remember the cover. I think my parents had it. That's how I saw it.
But yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Mm.
I watched Maniac Cop not too long ago from Synapse. No, Blue Underground. Is it Blue Underground or Synapse? I'm sure it's one of them. The only reason I'm confused is because I know Maniac Cop 2 and 3 are from a different company.
Right, yeah.
I think they're Synapse, and I think that's not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And it looks alright, and it's pretty good and stuff, but I sit there and I go, I remember watching this on VHS.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what, there's so many films I'm glad have come on because I've got to see them.
Yeah.
I never even knew they existed when I had them on, you know, back in the VHS or DVD days.
Yeah.
But there's also that time where I just sit there and I go, no, you know.
Yeah.
Was it the one?
I'm not sure. Sorry, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking for something else.
I'll look at a quick one. Yeah, I think it is the one.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was really awesome, that movie. I remember watching it. I think it was great.
Mm.
You know, and really
I
enjoying.
definitely remember that case. Yeah.
I think I've got it. I think I've got it on Blu-ray.
You probably have got it somewhere in your thousands upon thousands.
I think it's in a double pack Mill Creek. I think. Let me have a quick look.
It's probably with something else.
Which isn't a good sign considering John just said he didn't want it. He only watched it on VHS. But not bad, is it?
Like I say, I wish that Man's Best Friend would come out on DVD in the UK, but it hasn't yet. So.
Yeah,
Lance Henriksen film.
Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know it's. Oh, is it available on Blu-ray?
Yeah, from Mill Creek.
Oh.
I've got the Blu-ray.
Yeah. But I think it's only available in the US. It's not.
It's got a terrible cover though.
Yeah, it's that classic kind of tacky. Oh, what on the Blu-ray is it?
Yeah, the Blu-ray's terrible. I'll show you. Hold on, let me share the screen. I'll show you how bad it is. Hold on.
We've got 2 likes and 3 dislikes.
What, already?
Yeah.
There we go. Well, share. Look how bad that is.
Oh no, it's not loaded yet. Yeah. Oh my God, that's just awful.
That is a bad image. And you know, why do they...
What is that top picture? That's just...
The top picture is some of the Nicole's, but you're like, why didn't they put the other picture there? It should have been the cover for the Happy Birthday to Me at the top.
Yeah, why don't you just split it in half and put one at the top and one at the bottom or something?
Oh, it's terrible, that, I tell you.
The worst box design ever. That's
Let's stop sharing. We got
really tacky.
but yeah, I find they are. Mill Creek is a tacky company, but the same time, they're only like you can get their Blu-rays for only like
You
$3.
get what you can, kind of thing. Yeah.
So it's like the budget DVDs we used to get back in the day, you know.
Yeah, or even like we were saying with the clamshell or rental VHSs, you know.
I remember. Do you remember when you could go in the newsagents and they'd have a stand with 4.99 VHSs?
Yeah, yeah, I miss and the big stickers and stuff like that.
Bargain, 4.99 thing, and you go in there and you go, oh yeah. Sleepaway Camp was another fine piece of cinema from the 80s. It was
What one? Sorry.
Sleepaway Camp.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember watching that film and thinking, I remember watching it. You watch it now and it's still a bit tame. You know,
Yeah.
for that film, it's the ending that gets you.
Mm. If it's like we've said, even like you say, the first time Spit on Your Grave was really bigged up to me, and I watched it, and I think I was just like, yeah, I guess. And you think back in the 70s that was really bad, and now it's you know, like, I saw it when did I see it? I would have seen it in the 90s, and it was just like, yeah, this is nothing now.
I'm gonna make a sequel to it called I Spit on the Blu-ray Case. Right, and it involves me doing sexual acts on it for like 1/4 of the movie with my friends, and then afterwards, you see the Blu-ray case walking along the floor and attacking people.
Yeah.
Right, and then it just sits back and just reads a book at the end. You know, if I want, you know, it's
Off in a boat.
you know, I Spit on Your Grave, the original one, not the new one.
Yeah. No, not the. No, I meant it was the original one I saw. But
when I watched the new one, the CGI in that, where like the CGI bird is pecking out the CGIs, is so bad.
Is it CGI? Didn't they?
Yeah, CGI. They've got CGI bird. I think it's CGI bird, and it's pecking out CGIs. Then they've got like this other CGI stuff. And it's just like a film like that has to be brutal in the fact it has to be realistic.
Realistic, yeah. I've not seen the remakes, so that's all.
That's the problem. There was a remake, then there was a sequel to the remake. Yes, and in the sequel, a woman gets the guy's balls and she squashes them in a machine.
Okay.
I need to get number 2 actually. I might buy that tomorrow.
Just trade in Sniper and get that.
The remake of I Spit on Your Grave from a few years ago is so horrible. It is.
Yeah.
It's awful. The problem with me, John, is even though something's awful, I have to watch it because I have to see it myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm really weird like that. I have to do that. You know, Tash tell you, I'll watch anything.
Yeah.
You know, even
if wrestling, that pretty much said it all.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I'm joking. I didn't mean. You know what I mean.
That's it. You're done now.
Yeah, that's
no
it.
I'm going after you now and all.
You don't respect what I like. Well, you keep joking about me and Mr. Murder, so. Mind you, I don't actually like Mr. Murder, so.
You just said you do. You like Stephen Baldwin. Look, when the passion you had when you were doing that with you, it was so passionate and it was so real. It felt like you really you really loved it.
Oh my god.
But
yeah, I was joking. Yeah.
No, I know, it's alright. Where are we? I Spit on Your Grave. I remember watching it. No, I remember getting it from Cash Converters when I was a kid. I was about 8. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to bloody put this in. I'm going to watch it. Well, I didn't talk like that as a kid. I was like this. Mummy, can you get me that one, please? If you do, I'll be a good boy and I'll go to school. Right? You know, because I was young.
Yeah.
Right? She got it home, put on the thing for me, and I watched it and she went, Malk, be careful. You're going to get really upset over this. It's going to scare you. Okay. Well, afterwards, there was me throughout the whole movie laughing. You know, what's she doing, mate? She's dancing with that man behind her. Malk, she's being raped. They're rapping. They're rapping together. No, raping. Rapping? Raping. And I went, what's rape, Mum? And she went like this. People they don't want to have sex with. And I went, is that a bad thing? She went, yes. And I went, oh, okay, because I didn't understand, you know.
No, exactly.
I make fun of it now because, you know, you can, but
But then you were just completely.
the woman cut off the bloke's penis in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Right, and every time I was in the bath, because my mum, when I was younger, she had this thing about talking to people. I was in the bathroom.
Right. Yeah.
I always had this real obsession. She didn't talk to me when I was in the bathroom. I'm outside the door.
Yeah.
But but someone would come in and cut my penis off. So it's
Right.
always, if there's mats on the floor, it's always move them. So there's a big knife under it. Right? Now, first of all, the woman would have to be in the bath with me in the first place. Why would she cut off an 8-year-old's penis? You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
when you're a kid, you don't think like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't think like that. You
No.
know? Another film that she put on, which she said would scare me, was The Exorcist.
All right. Yeah.
And all I kept, for that whole movie, I laughed like crazy because she kept taunting, you know, the priest and everything.
Yeah.
And I was just laughing, go, why is this a horror film?
Mm.
You know? And I think that's why people make Scary Movie as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Find Spit 2 in the bargain bin. I've actually seen it in Best Buy for $9.99. I actually wanted.
$9.99. You're kidding.
Seriously, for like a long time, it's $12.99.
You pay $1.99 for.
Well, you know, if you go and get your DVDs, you might do.
Yeah.
Who has Game of Thrones?
We haven't really talked about Blu-ray format yet, so.
Who has Game of Thrones on DVD?
To be fair, one of those box sets was bought. Actually, two of those box sets were bought for me, so.
You know what? Seriously though, it was a shame during Black Friday they didn't put them down for you.
I would have loved to have got those on Blu-ray.
I think next Black Friday they might.
But again, like we say, Blu-ray at least, you do see the difference in quality. You know, like we were saying about DVD and VHS.
Yeah.
At least, that's the thing with the whole 4K thing, is you know, like as I've said before, you know, especially for me as somebody with an eyesight condition, is you don't always necessarily see all the very detailed differences, kind of thing.
No, you don't.
So for me, Blu-ray is a good format. I can't imagine anything being better than that in a visual sense, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I have the same issue. I don't think that I could see any big massive improvement. And they reckon, do you know, they reckon 80% of people can't see more than 4K anyway.
No, exactly. So I don't know why they're working on the 8K. Just,
you know,
just get it in your house.
So technically, you won't see the difference.
No, exactly.
You know, because most people have got some sort of eye issues now from watching TVs too close.
Yeah, from watching too close, yeah.
So, I don't know, you know, I mean, the Blu-ray format, to me, should have been the last format.
It's weird for me to watch, like I say, because I have my PS3 hooked up to both my DVD recorder via AV cable and my TV via HDMI cable. And say if I'm recording something like a game onto my DVD recorder, I'll have to go via one. And it's funny to go between the two channels, the HDMI channel and the VHS channel, and see the difference in quality. It's such a deep difference that it's like you don't even think about it at the time. And then when you go back and watch the old quality, it's like, wow, this is really rubbish.
You've got a question from John.
Oh, yeah.
He says, "Bolt for you, are you a kept woman?"
Oh, no, if only. Presents, Christmas presents. Christmas and birthday.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. You know, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said, I wish I was a kept woman.
Hey, if it takes a couple of box sets, that ain't too bad.
No, exactly.
You know, I ain't like you're asking for gold jewellery or anything.
No, exactly. Well, that's what I've always said. I'm like, I'm not a materialistic person, but buy me a box set and I'll be happy. DVD. Anyway, you were saying about agreeing.
I was just saying, but I agree with what you're saying. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't imagine seeing any greater a distance. Sometimes I will say I'll watch Blu-rays and you can see that slight digital, like the effects, like some motion bits,
Mm.
where you can see like not the compression, but I can't explain it. There's just something very computerized about it. It's like watching a video on YouTube or something, But
It does.
uh, but yeah, no, I definitely there's a huge difference. But what do you think about streaming then? Because that is pretty much what we're heading towards now.
We're heading for streaming, so I've come on a journey with me. Shit!
Yeah, we're on the move. What the fuck?
I hate streaming. I hate streaming. I think streaming is for people who don't want to do collecting. They go, oh, but you can collect it, it's all in the same spot. But once that's gone, it's gone.
Yeah,
you know. If Paramount ever go out of business, right, their streaming's going to go out of business.
Yeah.
You know. So technically, by going, oh, you know what, I'm going to buy Neighbours. I'm going to get out the Ultraviolet. I'm going to sell the movie because this is the Ultraviolet right here. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to laugh at all you mugs because I'm getting my $10 back or whatever. Yeah, but I'm laughing deep down because I got the movie and you got your UV copy, but you lost.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, how many times does your computer crash or something like that as well? It's like...
One of the things they've said to me as well is I know a lot of ultraviolets that I use in England.
Yeah.
And I can't use them unless I use a bloody private tunneler thing. I don't want to do that. I don't mind doing it for shows, but how often are you guys on here? I have to go, but I want to come back soon. We're on every Monday.
Every Monday from 8:30 or whatever. I guess it's 3:30 Eastern Standard, and your time it's 1:30, isn't it?
We're on every time from let's see, 1 hour and a half ago. So at whatever time it was, an hour and a half ago for you, John, was when we're on every Monday when we start.
Yeah.
And it was nice meeting you, and really enjoyed your questions and your answers and what you thought.
Yeah, no, thanks for all your comments. Really interesting your thoughts and questions and stuff. So.
And please come back.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And get me on Castle with Nathan Phillips.
We want all the gossip on Castle. I'm gagging for the new season.
Gagging for it, eh? Ooh.
Yeah. God, I sound so desperate. I love Castle and I like Nathan Fillion. So.
Oh dear, I just love the way you sound whenever you say it. It's just so funny.
It makes me sound like I'm just desperate. It's like
the best part is when you play the games. You're like, I'm coming.
Yeah, but when you die and I have to come save you, it's I'm coming.
Coming to my death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and rub your chest.
Hello. Oh dear.
Oh, no, thank you, John. I hope you tune in next time. Have a good evening.
Okay. Talk soon, guys. Talk soon, John. I always said talk soon, guys. Like we're all leaving then. Do you know what? You started saying that talking and we just gained like a few more viewers from you saying that stuff. Can you believe that?
That's excellent. What, from me being gagging for it?
Yeah, I can't believe that. So have a look. Have we got any...
Oh, we've gained a like.
Way!
I'm sorry, I've just frozen the YouTube video and it's just me covering my face in shame.
Oh, that's great. That could be the thumbnail picture now. What was I going to say to you? So, yeah, Blu-ray, I think Blu-ray's a beautiful format and I think it's lovely, but I think it's better for today's stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get natural HD. You don't get HD which is put onto something kind of thing,
Yeah.
Like, don't you want things are filmed already in that stuff and downgraded.
Yeah. But then, like, I've been like I say, Amazon have been doing 2 Blu-rays for £10, and I've been looking through the list, and I'm like, I'll buy new movies on Blu-ray, but I'm less likely to buy older movies, especially when they come up with stuff like Citizen Kane or this, that, and the other. on Blu-ray. I'm like, why am I going to get this on Blu-ray?
I was telling Jimmy J about how he needs to get some Blu-rays off of there because they're cheap.
Yeah. They've got the X-Files Fight the Future on Blu-ray if he wants that.
He could get that, and he could get the Woman in Black because he said in his vlog he wanted the Woman in Black on Blu-ray. Get both.
Oh, that's in the sale as well.
Yeah. If you're watching this, Jimmy J, buy them because they're a bargain.
2 for $10 on Amazon.
There you go.
We're doing it until about the second week of February, so...
Watch, it'll be like the third week of February, and you go, they're not in it anymore.
I missed it, yeah.
But yeah. So, you know, I mean, there's somebody who has so many Blu-rays, not boasting. I sit there and sometimes get very disappointed with the picture quality. I put them on, I'm like, this ain't that great.
Yeah.
And I never found myself that way with VHSs or DVDs.
No, I never watched a DVD and went, this is a shit port. It's like, but Blu-rays, you do feel sometimes like they're really bad quality.
Tradition.
It's our phone call of the week. I feel like you should do the DJ thing. Welcome to Movie Magic and Gaming Girls.
What I should do is I should pick them up and go, how can I answer your question? And then go, this person wants to know, do I need car insurance? And I should go to the way they said, and put the phone down.
You should go, you're live on air. Welcome to the show.
Oh, can you imagine that? That'd be epic, wouldn't it, if we could get a phone line just to do that?
It'd be like fucking Live and Kicking or Going Live. Can you?
I miss Live and Kicking. That's how much I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
You know?
But no, I like Netflix. I do watch stuff on Netflix, but as we've said with like trading in games and stuff, I keep stuff because I like a hard copy of stuff, you know.
You sell that, so you watch Netflix.
I just to check out some series.
You told me you don't watch Netflix, so you know what, this is over.
You know what? I've been paying for it, and I haven't watched Netflix in months.
So look at you. Now you're trying to go back on it. I got you.
No, I completely stand by the fact that I like watching series on Netflix, but I haven't watched it in months. But then I watched Battlestar Galactica on Netflix, and then when it came up on Blu-ray in the Black Friday, I bought it on Blu-ray so that I've got a hard copy of it.
To be fair, I watch Netflix. I watch what I already own on it if I can't bother to get the Blu-ray.
Oh, right, yeah.
If I know it's on the shelf hidden somewhere, I just go, I'll watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because Donna, she has Netflix.
Oh, right, yeah.
She gets anime and movies sent from it.
Yeah.
Tell her, no, cut the Netflix out and let's just keep on going to Best Buy now and buying some movies. It costs $26 to watch what I like on there, and it'll probably cost hundreds to buy in the shops. It doesn't matter. You know.
No, you have to have a decent internet connection and stuff like that, otherwise you get buffer. And thankfully, we're in a time now where buffering is not the issue it was.
You mentioned having dial-up.
As I said before, I remember trying to watch like X-Files music videos that were all of like 2 megs in size, and they would take so long to download. It was painful.
I remember downloading pornography. When I lived at my nan's, I downloaded pornography, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it used to take hours.
Yeah. And you
just obviously, this was when I was a kid, you know, when you get really fascinated.
Yeah. Like, you'll get whatever you can kind of thing.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a kid, I want to see whatever I can, I want to see women naked, you know, whatever. You know what you like when you're young.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Some guys never change, but you know.
I'm not as a bloke, but I know even from a female standpoint.
Yeah. But what I mean is, you know, because you know what men are like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I remember doing that, and it used to take forever.
Yeah.
Now, if I wanted to do it, it could take seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't do it, obviously, because I'm man, you know. But
yeah.
If I did, I could do it in seconds now, probably end up with a whole site rip in, like, hours.
Yeah.
But I just remember how hard it was to download stuff. I remember trying to get a picture to, you know, do things on. Yeah. And it would do that thing where it go boo, boo, and by the time it happened, I wouldn't be horny anymore. So I'd just be like, ugh.
I remember because obviously before YouTube, back in the day when it was all, you know, like, and you'd have to like, you'd get these links on like the X-Files forums, and they'd be like, "Oh, watch my new music video," and I'd be like, "Yeah," and you'd click on it, and it would be, you'd get like real player pop up,
Oh.
and it would be like buffering, and you'd be like,
Hey, back in the days when we wanted, back in the days when we used real player, we don't use it anymore.
I know, yeah, real player is completely defunct now.
People use it, but
I only use it to download YouTube videos.
it's like QuickTime. QuickTime used to be such a big thing as well.
Oh my god, QuickTime was huge.
You know,
Yeah.
now VLC's the big thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have these media players now that play all sorts of formats that you don't really. Whereas like stuff like QuickTime, it would only play on a QuickTime player. Real player would only play. Windows Media Player would not play real player.
I remember,
but now it does.
I remember back in the day, like you had one player for each format, like you said.
Yeah.
And now you have it. Now you have things like VLC, but even play bloody Region 1 DVDs on your computer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh wow, how far we come along. Did you see the video from the Google president?
Which one? I've seen different ones. I always love their yearly April Fool's ones, but is there a new one?
Did you see the new one about how the internet won't be the internet anymore, but it'll be something bigger and spectacular, and how internet will go from being like computer-wise to being our everyday life, so we won't be seeing that computer screen. We'll be going like this, do 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 do, hey, and we'll be doing Skype calls on the glasses and talking.
Oh yeah, the Google Glass and stuff.
And I was like, can you imagine walking down the street seeing your friend while you're walking? That'd be just really creepy.
That's like there was something on Facebook. My mate Donna got it. About putting microchips in babies and stuff, and it is that kind of thing where it's all going to be implanted, and even like it's been one of those things that's been talked about for ages. Thanks to touch screens now, where we're going to have these worktops that are touch screen and stuff like that, and you're going to be able to cook via these big touchscreen panels, and there's going to be these big touch like windows that will dim to to become like curtains and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? As we've joked before, we're not that far off from technology just overtaking the whole bloody.
Question for you: would you let someone put a chip in you if it could benefit you?
It's one of those things where I don't like the whole Big Brother aspect about it, but at the same time, I think it would help. Like it'd be good to have your information, medical information, at at to hand, kind of thing.
Okay, well let's put it this way. Let's say with all the disabilities people have in the world now.
Yeah.
Let's say for some reason they could do chips and stuff which helped us not have those disabilities.
Yeah.
Would you go for it, even though there could be a massive risk behind it?
I don't know. You know what? I took the risk with having my eye operated on, and that messed up. So I don't know if I would risk it. If there was a risk, I don't think I would do it. But I don't know. It's difficult. What do you think? I think there's too much. I don't like I say the way technology runs everything now. It's easy to get a bit paranoid about that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. It's difficult. I think it's individual to each person.
I think that I would be very sceptical.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I think I'd rather die natural than have a chip in me.
Yeah.
Just because I think because there's part of me that knows in the future our bodies won't be our bodies. We'll end up with other parts.
Yeah. No, we're going to all be like bloody human revolution.
And what will happen is we'll be kept alive by something and we'll live longer.
Yeah.
But in the same way, we won't be who we are.
No. And I don't want to not be me, if you know what I mean.
If somebody says to me, Mel, you could live for 1,000 years, we just have to do this to you, and I could look like this.
Yeah.
I'd say go ahead. I'd say go ahead, why not? You
Yeah.
know? If it meant I'd have like my arm cut off and all that stuff, I know it sounds Robocop, but you get what I mean.
No, that's why I say
like,
there's a human revolution. It is that kind of thing.
And I'd have like robotic stuff. I don't think I could do it.
No.
That
kind of augmentation, yeah.
I walked down the street thinking I was a freak.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, people feel that way now anyway about themselves with nothing like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine having that. I mean, there's gonna be people that go, "Oh, I've got a metal arm. I'm so big. Look at me. I can strangle people, and I'm a tough guy now." You know, I'm talking about like these little Weasley people, but like, hey, you know, I
Yeah.
got power, and you're like, yeah, but everybody's got power somewhere down the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I'm
I
against
wouldn't
it,
want to lose. I wouldn't want to lose free will and who I am, kind of thing.
and that's the problem with having a chip inside you. If you turn into a rebel or a criminal, you could get killed. Like, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, would that make it safer for people who have been held hostage? Yeah. But think
And
about it.
as with anything, stuff can be hacked. I
Yeah.
think.
Can you imagine being hacked? Like, for instance, you could go from being living everyday life to being
Yeah.
somebody's sex toy. You know what I mean?
All these, yeah, but all this information being uploaded into clouds and stuff like that, it's like, it doesn't take much for people to just go, oh, let's access all those medical details or whatever.
Think about it this way: the amount of people that would try and hack my chip to make me into their toy. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, you know, all those women out there. You know, I mean,
I want to make you their puppet, sex
they all
slave.
want pay, wouldn't they? I mean, whoa. But yeah, in a world that probably won't happen until we're a lot older or gone. They reckon there's. They reckon, don't they? They reckon there's a new medicine they found which can help us live longer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, apparently it can cure all illnesses, even things like cancer and everything.
Really?
Yeah, you
I think
know,
I've heard of something like that.
and apparently it's going to cost a fortune. Now you got to think at this point, why am I living in America? I'm
Yeah,
going to have to pay for it. If I was in England, I'd get it for free.
you get it for free, yeah.
So now I'm going to be paying a fortune for a bloody medicine to keep me alive, and I could get it for free in England. What the hell did I do?
The joys of love, the sacrifices we make.
Oh, hell, America might get it first because they're always on that. Oh, we need this
Oh,
first.
yeah, we must have it first. Yeah.
But then, what will this have repercussions of?
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing, you know. It's weird when you think about everything in the world which could, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
eventually, we're all going to look like bloody, like that, like you said.
Augmentation, a Deus Ex Human Revolution,
Yeah.
where it's like you say, the different adaptations kind of thing.
Eventually, we're going to all look like that. We're going to have glasses on. We're going to have these things that are connected to our heads.
Mm.
We're going to have robotic body parts.
I Zoom,
Hell, they'll probably implant like you said, like those eye things that go in your eye, and when you look, you can go.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it just seems really creepy.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't imagine it. You know, could you imagine it? They could make me into a superhero of the 21st century, and I could run really fast, right, with metal legs and stuff, and I could say I could say I'm the real $1 million man, right?
Yeah.
And then I could just save people and run across the world. And
Yeah, yeah,
because I'd be half over, I could run under the water without even breathing.
yeah.
And I wouldn't even have to get on a plane. I could just run through the Atlantic.
You could just, yeah, exactly.
You
I
know?
got to show you that screenshot. You know the one I said where I'm covering my face.
Okay.
I got to show you this quickly. So I
See it.
can,
Oh,
oh, that's you.
oh, there's
There
me.
you go. Look at that. That's the joyous
That
face.
is great. That's
That
the
sums up.
that's the for the chat.
This sums up our chat. Just
Oh look, it's at 3 and 3 now.
yeah.
Oh, that's good. I don't know why we get so many dislikes. Always people tell us why.
I don't know as well because I go on and it says like there's one person viewing, which is normally me, and then wait, stop. Right. And then it's like, well, how have we got 3 dislikes?
Yeah, I mean, and we hadn't had any comments on YouTube today, which is normally where it is.
Which is normally where they are. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, I'll
Uh,
get you back. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it.
did you get me back or not? Yeah, I'm getting. I can't hear you talking.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. No feedback now. That's all.
You got feedback. Do you need me to put my headphones on?
Yeah. Is that alright?
Yeah, sure.
Bloody Google, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Technology.
technology is key. So we've got no comments. Other than that, other than John and Paul earlier, we've got no comments. And
Yeah. It's nice to see we have regular viewers.
oh, what a diss.
I'm
Ooh.
joking. We're grateful for all viewers. Just it would be nice if we had like regular, like viewers that came back week after week to ask
Yeah,
more
that would be
questions.
nice, wouldn't it? So they would go, so they'd ask us a question. Well, one knows, where's Kelly and Jimmy Richards?
Yeah, what those people that always say, "Oh yeah, we're totally there for you."
Where are you?
Well, we know they come to your other one at least. So. What's wrong with me? It must be me. That's what it is.
I think it is, didn't you? I'm honest. I think it's me.
I think it's I'm just too sexy for this camera. It's like,
Yeah, see, you got it right there. See, now, I think it's me. I think it's because people just don't like me, and because I'm in chats, people just hate me.
nah.
So, I've got to admit, I'm not that intelligent. I'm not that smart. I sit
Don't
here.
be silly. I like your other stuff, so it's.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird that people don't. You know what I mean?
It's like
We've got.
I was so proud of. I was so proud of the game review I put out this past week, and just really didn't gain any extra viewers. So I actually lost 2 viewers after last week's chat.
I'm
So
sorry about that because I thought that review was really good.
yeah, it's kind of. I was rather proud of it, but whatever. It's fine.
I really liked it. I thought it was good. Don't get me wrong. It had great quality. A great picture. For it being an old game, you really did well on the whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, capture it. Yeah.
A lot better editor than I am. My editing's atrocious. Why do you think I don't try and do videos like? You know what I mean?
Are you just like, oh, my arcade block ships this week? Yay!
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
mine shipped as well. I wonder if not arcade horror block. The horror block this week is supposed to have 2 shirts, a Chucky item, a Living Dead doll in it, a Twilight Zone item.
Oh, I want the Twilight Zone item.
Yeah, but it might just be stickers or a door hanger.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to try and cancel my Loot Crate because I really don't like him anymore. I mean, I've got an asteroid.
Really gone downhill.
I've got Space Invaders bloody toy. And got new sunglasses. Got new sunglasses.
Oh yeah, what ones now are these?
Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft. Oh god.
I was just like,
Oh, I know this month's arcade block has Plants vs Zombies, Donkey Kong, and Halo, I think.
I want them to do a history block, so I can get a doll of Hitler, so I can pretend that I'm shooting him in the balls. Like
It'd be better than bloody Sniper Elite, wouldn't it? You'd probably have more connection than.
I want them to do that. Put Hitler in and put Churchill in, and give me one of those, air guns.
Yeah.
So that I can put Churchill next to me. Go, don't worry, Churchill, I'm going to save you, and I can try shooting him in the bollocks, can't I? And it's like, it just irritates me. I mean, the horror block and that, they're great subscriptions, but at the same time, they have a lot of junk in them.
It's a lot of, like you said, there's just such a lot of tack kind of thing.
When I went through them to clear them out, I ended up doing a whole bag for kids to put in my donation shop.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, I don't need this little toy. I don't need that little toy.
No, yeah.
Don't know what. I want the things like the Freddy Krueger and the Nathan Fillion Funko things.
Yeah, little. Yeah.
Well, I don't need these little stand-up little things that, are going to break like.
Yeah, exactly.
They look like Sabutio figures. Do you remember that football game?
Yeah. No, you flick the finger.
Yeah, I was like, So, I don't like them, but I got rid of most of that. I kept my saw. Oh, I got my Nerf gun out, but I got him on my nerd blocks.
Oh yeah.
Finally, I played it, and I was like, bloody hell, that disc goes far.
Oh really? Did it really shoot quite a distance?
Yeah, I shot it.
Is it like air propelled or?
Yeah, it's like you put it back, and it goes. you know.
Yeah.
And I thought, because they're just little discs, and they foam discs.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought, oh, it's just going to shoot out and go.
Yeah.
No, it went all the way across the hallway, through the bedroom, hit the window. I was like 10, 12 feet away. No, fucking hell, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It does
So,
make me sad that because my sniper rifle isn't jet propelled, air propelled, it does make me sad that they don't shoot quite as far as I would like. So
I used to collect some air guns. I had a handheld pistol that I used to put in my back pocket, like, you know, in my back there.
yeah.
I used to have the shotgun. I used to go like that with it, right? And when people used to come to mine, I used to like just doing it and shooting it. It used to be so
Yeah.
cool. And I remember being in I remember being in my living room, and I had the window bit open where they could see it, and the kids went by and they saw me with the gun. I was like, just ran off, like he's gone mad. You know, it was funny. So I used to practice shooting the targets, the paper targets.
Oh yeah.
And at one point, I was going to join a club where I could get proper metal air guns
Yeah.
to shoot. I was going to join a club for skirmishes and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was like, do I really want to have people who think they're going to be some tough guy because they've got this stuff?
Yeah.
No, they'd be me going, oh, sorry, broke your nose. It would be me, actually. It'd be tackling people going, you're dead.
I've always wanted to do like target practice. We went to the thing is there's a lot of army bases down here in Hampshire, so you're not far from one. But yeah, I would love to. It's been something I've always loved since I was a kid. I don't know if it's to do with playing games or what, but I've just always enjoyed like that idea. You know, I have a toy gun that I rubber dart kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of thing where that was the thing when me and Donna went to the local tank museum. They had these little they had real guns like bolted down, and you had to shoot at this screen, which was to simulate the actual shooting distance. And unfortunately, it was kind of it's. I wasn't happy with it in a way because it was a tiny screen that you were watching as opposed to real life. But it was nice to have that, and it simulated the kickback from the rifle with this paddle that would hit against your shoulder. But it was nice to just do that, even though you couldn't properly pick it up and it was on a deck. It was nice just to have that opportunity to do something like that, because I've always wanted to. I'd love to see how well I did in a real world kind of proper target practice. Like with a pistol kind of thing or something.
Oh, you mean like where you have to move back, like bang, bang, bang?
Or no, just even like not with like what we had on Sniper where they pop up, but like say like you see them on cop shows where they have the paper target for like that kind of
Oh,
thing.
you mean
I'd
like
love
that,
to do that.
one place and you shoot them like boom, 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 boom. Type
Yeah.
Well, I remember doing laser guns when I was a kid with my cousin. And I've never done it before. We went into this thing. Remember those old, do you remember those like bouncy castle areas things? We'd go inside, it was dark. I remember my cousin were going mad, and he went one way, I went another, and I was shooting people, right? And we ended up both out, and there was like 3 people left. I remember this very clearly. And he went, what are we going to do? And I pushed him on the floor and just shot him. Right, I went, you're down. See ya. Right, and he went, we're supposed to team. And I went, well, So then what happened was he went there. So he started shouting, "It's over there! It's over here!"
Over there.
Yeah. So I ended up shooting people, and I won. Last person, I got him on the floor, and I had to go right over him, and I went and just shot. Because, like I said, I'm a very competitive person. When somebody throws something at me, I'm very competitive. Yeah. I have to win. If I don't win, I want to do it again.
You're gonna do
over and over and over again, because I have to do it to get it right, because I feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of annoys me. I'm not that way, not as bad as I used to be, but there's that part of me that's like,
still instilled in you kind of thing.
Yeah. If I'm playing with a friend, it doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah.
But if I tell people, I have to kick their ass, I have to be dominant about it as well. I have to throw them over or something and go, look, there you go. It's very weird.
Yeah.
So I think it's a East End thing.
Yeah, it's a man thing.
Yeah, I think, you know.
I don't think that's sexist, but
But when I used to go to Stubbers every year as a kid
right.
with the church,
Oh yeah.
and there we used to have to do archery.
Oh, I've always wanted to do archery. See, Donna's
And
done archery, and I'm like,
I used to have to do it, and
yeah.
I was so good at it. I used to be able to get both my arrows, so one hit through the other.
Oh, nice.
But the fucking thing hurts like hell when you pull that thing back.
Yeah.
It hurts like hell because it cuts your fingers a bit, like.
Yeah. Did you
You
not
know,
have like the guard kind of thing?
no, we didn't have them.
Yeah.
But I wish we had it done.
Yeah, yeah.
And I used to be so good at it, but let's go about. We don't want you doing it now. Let's go. Why? Let someone else do it because you obviously know how to do it. You obviously do it all the time. No. Yeah. Well, you can watch, and you see people for sure. They go flying all over the place.
Yeah.
I used to be like, that ain't that hard. You know, all you got to do is spin it like, and really get it properly.
Proper. Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I used to be really good at it. I haven't done it in years.
I've always wanted to do it. Like again, that's another thing. Like I say, Donna's done it, and I'm like, I'd love to do it. It's just finding opportunities, isn't it?
Imagine though, somebody running out your home, running down the road, and getting your bow and arrow, and just going. And
well, you sent me on Far Cry with my bow and arrow. It's just like, yeah, you don't mess with me. I'll take you straight out.
it's so really rewarding. I can imagine when somebody does that. When you've got bow and arrow, and the person's running like, "Oh, I've got away," and you get them right in the back.
Yeah, you get them right. Yeah.
It's something, you know, because an arrow, I think an arrow can hit better than a gun if you shoot it properly.
Yeah. That's why I love the, watching Arrow, kind of what they use it for, and it's so much more effective than, like, the guns and stuff. It's like...
I can shoot it in the gun sometimes. It's like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
I got to get back to watching season 2 of that. Oh,
have you not gotten back to it yet?
no, by the time it's finished, season 3 is going to be out.
Yeah.
Do you know what? They reckon that show's going to go on for about 10 seasons.
Yeah, but because they've now said that they want the Flash Arrow crossover to be an annual thing.
I think it'd be quite a good thing, actually. Do you know I still haven't watched any of the Flash?
Have you not? Oh, it's
No,
good, but it does feel a bit samey.
Problem is with Flash is all he can do is run fast.
Yeah.
So there's not much differences. And what's the character relationship going to be? Because I mean, Arrow, Oliver Queen. He's got all this other stuff in his life because he's rich and everything.
Well, they have this whole thing where Flash is like a bit immature, like he's not really one for training or anything like that. He thinks, oh, I'm fast, that's all that matters. And he doesn't seem to care much for the whole training business. And there's something like that Arrow is that Oliver is a bit of a mentor kind of thing, but that Barry doesn't want to listen kind of thing.
I do like Stephen Amell. I think he makes a great Oliver Queen.
Oh, he's so yummy. But yeah, he's a good Oliver Queen.
It makes the other guy, it makes the guy in Smallville look like nothing.
I know. I can't now. I see the guy in Smallville, and I'm like, yeah, you're not Stephen Amell. So.
I remember seeing the guy in Smallville years ago. I think to myself, this guy's a bit small, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I never got as well because obviously Green Arrow is such a big, recognizable character with the blonde goatee, and he didn't have any stubble or anything. At least Stephen Amell has the whole stubble going, but
Green Arrow's got this real gravelly voice as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's got this real darkness about him.
Yeah, I never felt a darkness for.
Will Arrow never had that.
No, exactly. He was just this big money guy.
Stephen Amell's character has it, and you can see he's going to end up with the beard eventually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He changes his voice when he talks.
Yeah.
But there is darkness in his Oliver Queen.
Yeah, you can totally see that haunted kind of what's happened to him.
The guy in Smallville, he just looked like some rich guy who just done archery and was going around killing people.
Yeah, that's what I always felt about him. I was just like, wait, what? Why is he just doing this? Is he like a...
And the thing is, don't forget, the Green Arrow's a big, muscly guy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason why him and bloody Clark, Superman,
Yeah.
They never go at it because they're so big guys. Even though he's a even though
Mortal, human, yeah.
even though he's a human, and there's that respect because they've both got that same kind of you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know, but I always prefer Superman and Green Arrow over Batman.
I've said it before. I'm not a big Batman at all, fan at all. I would pick Superman and Green Arrow over Batman anytime. I'd pick most people over Batman
I like
anytime.
Batman, and I do enjoy
Oh,
the
I'm
movie,
not saying I dislike it. Yeah, sorry.
but I wouldn't want to see a TV show of Batman. I mean, Gotham, from what I've heard, is pretty good. But what I mean is, I wouldn't want to see Batman walking around constantly going, "Oh, Gordon."
Yeah, it's like I'm troubled. My parents.
If I want to see that, I watch the Godfrey Ho ninja films.
Yeah.
Gordon, you know.
I like I said, I'm not, like I said, I would pick Superman over Batman anytime. That doesn't mean I don't like Batman. I just, he's not my favourite character DC wise.
Oh.
But the thing is I am kind of enjoying. I don't like I said, I don't like where Christopher Nolan took the franchise. Where what's his name? Christian Bale took the character. I didn't like his version of Batman.
We can go like this. You will not do anything.
I'm going to do this silly voice. I'm Batman. I didn't like his whole stupid voice thing. But that said, I do. Gotham can feel a bit samey, but it is nice to see. It's nice to see. It's funny to see that the kid out of Touch is the kid now playing Bruce Wayne.
Well, it was interesting seeing Jada Pinkett as
Fish.
I've seen her anything since Nutty Professor.
No, exactly. And I enjoy Sean Pertwee, who was what's his face in Elementary?
Sherlock.
No, he was.
Played Watson because it was a game. It wasn't a game TV set. It was about two lovers, Watson and Sherlock. He played Moriarty.
Lestrade. Sorry, in Elementary. He's fun as Alfred in Gotham. But yeah, it's an interesting take. It's nice to follow Commissioner Gordon for a change, as opposed to seeing Batman as the primary. But I do get, you see, like you say, you see all these like the early days of the criminals, and you can see them coming a long way off, kind of thing. You're like, yeah, we know what happens to you, and you do end up feeling like there's no threat when you see that their life is in danger, because you're like, well, we know nothing happens to him, so.
This is a problem. Another thing problem with Gotham is they've changed some things about.
Yeah.
But then the problem is with comic books you can do that. People won't say you can, but you can.
Yeah.
Oh, like this. Hey guys, cool chat. How's it going? From Jimmy J. Johnson.
Yeah, we were saying, James, 2 for £10 on Blu-rays. They've got the X-Files Fight the Future and Woman in Black there. So.
We're doing good. Why don't you ask us some questions?
Yeah, go ask. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on Amazon and pick them up, because if you do, you'll be lucky and you'll be able to get a couple for really cheap.
Honestly, £10 for 2 Blu-rays. That's really good. So.
Not bad. Get Mumsy a wallet out. There you go. That's your treat.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I don't like the original Spider-Man from the 70s. I kind of about a lot. Right?
Yeah.
That is the best Spider-Man ever. I love it. I can't help it.
That's the best look ever. Just that's what sticks in your head, isn't it?
And the best. Let's see if I can get the picture up. Hold on. I love getting the picture up. Let me get the picture up. Hold on. Spider-Man 70s. I hate this. Why do I always end up on bloody
Google?
I like go. It's not good. Oh, here we go. No, why do I always compare them? I hate when you get like the 4-in-1. You know what I mean? Where they show like all the 70s shows.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 70s. Oh, So there he is. Let's see if I can get a great picture. There it is. That's probably the best one to show. It's a bit small, but hopefully we'll be able to see it.
Thanks, Tash. Sounds like great. Sorry.
Yeah, even though I told you it the other day, you bastard.
Probably not biting him, but
Let's have a look. Yeah. So there he is. That's the original Spider-Man. It was awesome.
but yeah, that's just brilliant. It's
He's holding on a fence. Let's see if we can see a couple more. Hold on.
looks like he's got to go burgle someone's house.
He does, doesn't he? I just love thing. And he's holding on a fence for his life.
I know he looks like he's been impaled.
There he is again. I just love that. Oh, how can you not love this show?
Is that...
Yeah, and he's got that really weird metal silver buckle thing as well. It was like
it's like his own utility belt. It's like the bat, the bat belt. It's like his Spidey belt.
I was going to say, you'd think he was trying to be a bit of Batman and a bit of Spider-Man, wouldn't you?
Do you think he has a Spidey credit card?
That'd actually be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
Spidey spray.
Spider-Man. If you can't catch him, no one can, because he is a Spider-Man. No, he's Batman.
I was just about to say, I wonder if he's got a Spidey spray, but I guess that would be insecticide.
That would kill him, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's what I realised as I said it.
What the hell
Well,
is
Batman
that?
had a bat spray. I don't know what the bat spray was for.
There you go. You want to see one of his arch rivals?
Go on then.
Let's share the screen again. This is one of his arch rivals in the 70s. There he is. Do 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 do.
Oh, wow, Power Rangers much.
See? Stop doing that. Amazing. You are present. Stop. Give me back. Give me my picture back.
May to December is no longer presenting. What were you presenting, eh?
That's present. You have to present the picture. When you share it, you have to present, otherwise they only see it in the corner of the screen.
Oh, okay.
Where's he gone? Why isn't he asking questions?
I think he's left. Probably just said hello.
He ran off. He abandoned us.
We gave him tips and then he took them and run.
Sounds like James to me. Always on the go, that guy. Oh, what's this? Last Avenger commented.
Oh.
That 70s Spider-Man looks like Cosmo costume gone all wrong.
Yeah.
No, that's the best Spider-Man of all time. Respect the 70s Spider-Man.
Cheapest Spider-Man of all time.
The
I'm
great
joking.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He beats Tobey Maguire, beats Andrew Garfield, and he beats whoever did the voice of all the animated ones.
Good to see you watching Last Avenger.
Yeah,
We're
nice.
still going to try and figure out who you are.
There we are. I've already hired a PI. I should find you soon. I mean, I'll track you down. I'm going to come on your doorstep, and I'm going to take a picture of you and show it on live chats.
We're watching IP addresses and.
Yeah. Tash in particular is going to, if you're in England, Tash is going to take the picture.
Yeah.
I'm still here. Okay, James, ask us some questions. Quick. We're going to go soon.
No, not 45 minutes.
From you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, you got to remember the 70s Spider-Man, everything in that time
I know. Yeah.
was bad, but, to be honest with you, I enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed, The Incredible Hulk was from the 70s.
I love the Incredible Hulk from the 70s.
But what about the Captain America from the 70s?
I haven't seen the Captain America from the 70s.
Yeah, that's because there wasn't one, it was the 60s.
You got me. But again, you know what? Going back to what we started.
I messed it up. I got the wrong decade.
Going back to kind of what we were talking about earlier. You know, like something like the Incredible Hulk. That is something I only imagine. I can't imagine them like air spraying that and changing the quality of that and stuff. Because didn't you get it on Blu-ray or not? Is it like
What's that?
Incredible Hulk?
What, the TV series?
Yeah.
It's not on Blu-ray. It's on DVD.
Is it not? Oh, is it on DVD? Sorry, I wasn't sure.
You need to
I
get
saw
the.
like there's been stuff that I've said, have you got it on DVD or Blu-ray? And you've been like, no, it's not. So I just assumed that
We
you
all
got
make,
Blu-ray.
we all make mistakes. I mean, sometimes I say, "Oh, is that really on DVD?" I don't believe you, and then you have to show me, and I'm like, "Oh, it's on DVD." I need to go and buy it.
Yeah.
Shocking, you know.
Most stuff I just assume you've got it on Blu-ray. So
If I could, I would.
yeah.
I need to get the Prisoner on
But I
Blu-ray.
can't imagine the Incredible Hulk being all pristined up. It's like the charm of it is that it looks. Can you imagine they probably CGI it bloody Lou Ferrigno?
Okay, another one that isn't available on DVD or VHS, to my knowledge, is the 70s Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah.
The movies are, but the TV show ain't. The TV show I've got recorded is from the TV.
Yeah.
So I recorded them off on VHS on
Yeah. It
the
was a
TV.
bootleg, wasn't it?
And I've got them. Yeah, I've got a bootleg version with artwork and everything.
Yeah.
You know. Ooh. I think this is
Love how many comments we've got in the chat on the.
crazy. We've got all these great comments here. They're not going to show up on the actual
I know,
video now.
at least you've mainly read them out.
Yeah. They're great though. Look how many there is. And it was only 2 people.
I know.
And most of it was John Quintero. What a name. I like that
Quintero,
name.
yeah.
He's going to get all the gossip. He's going to get me on Castle.
That sounds very American, Quintero.
I'm going to go on Castle. I'm going to be one of the police officers in the background. All right, Castle. Probably hear something like in the background, yeah, that's that British dick or something. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Last Avenger said, have you two seen the 70s Iron Man? Awful.
I've seen it.
I haven't.
It was bad.
Really?
It was awful. It was terrible. I watched the Batman from the bloody 40s, the serials. That's bad.
The what? Say again?
It's Batman serial.
Oh, yeah.
You know, let me see. Batman serials. Google.
Jimmy J says, I used to love the Spider-Man cartoon series. Do you guys remember it? I also like the Tobey Maguire movies too.
There we go.
That's because Tobey Maguire's hot.
This is what Batman and
Except
that.
for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 sucked.
Oh, Spider-Man. So, what was wrong?
Have you got to present yourself again?
Yeah, I used to love the Spider-Man coasters. Do you guys remember? Is it talking about the 90s one?
The Tobey Maguire ones, yeah.
What the hell's that?
What you got?
I got mail.
Yay!
I got mail.
Do,
I got mail. I got mail. With no protection in it.
Oh, really?
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
You said yeah. I haven't seen that version yet, so.
$10 it cost me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not too bad, I guess.
Well, I can't believe all these came on the same day. I ordered these at the same time on eBay. Yes, I know. Before I get these out, people are going to say to me, why did you buy that piece of crap? I'm a movie fan. That's why. Okay. Bloody hell. This one put too much gold worth on. But just destroyed the back of my slipcover. Scorpion King Toe.
Oh, wow. I didn't know there was a second one.
Oh, you didn't know there was a second one?
I probably did, but, you know, like, it was one of those things that just slips out your memory.
Yeah. But you can't guess what this is.
Oh, you did tell me the other day what you bought, and I can't remember.
Scorpion King 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's got, what's his face?
And tomorrow I'm going to buy Scorpion King 4.
Is there really a Scorpion King? You know you're messing with me.
No, seriously, there is. It just came out
There is.
a week ago.
Oh.
They're all low budget rubbish though.
It's got Hellboy in. Oh.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, Ron Perlman. That's it.
Yeah, he looks ridiculous in this movie. It's got Kimbo Slice in it too and Dave Bautista.
Looks like he's got a wig on.
Six-time WWE champion Dave Bautista. Yeah, all right. So anyway, let me show the picture while I think of it. Okay, so this is what the 40s Batman and Robin look like.
Oh yeah.
Right, you're going to laugh at this. Time to present to everybody. There we go, look at that.
Oh wow. Look at those costumes. That's amazing.
Right. But the next one was this one. And they look like that.
Oh my god. What the fuck has happened to Batman? He looks like the Penguin.
Yeah.
Don't check out those thighs. He looks like a woman.
But look at Robin.
I know.
See what creepy they look? That's what the 40s look like.
That's amazingly
And
wrong.
technically, they're two of the first Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't count, apparently.
Oh really? They're not counted as like canon.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they're just not counted.
They're in black and white.
I used to love the Spider-Man cartoon series. If it's the 90s, I absolutely love that. I did it on DVD. You can get it on DVD cheap in England now, James. Welcome, Tash. Do you both still have your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle glasses?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Look right here. See?
Mine aren't to hand.
Still have it.
Oh, wait, hang on. No.
There we go. So.
That should be our picture. No, we've already got one of us with glasses on for a thumbnail. Rock on!
Rock on, dude! Rock it out, yeah!
Cowbunger!
You know
Total
what, boys?
power!
You know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to have sex dressed up as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
What with your long staff?
Yeah, there you go, see? And I've got the right glasses for it. Because I'm Donatello, and he's got
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So that works. Yeah, we still have our glasses, James, as you just saw.
Yeah, yes. So what's your next game you're going to buy?
Oh, you know, next game I'm going to buy, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe buying The Order.
Right, yeah.
But again, it's like there's no co-op.
I am disappointed by that.
As much as I don't need co-op to enjoy a game, I'm like, is it first person as well?
Not from what I've seen. I think from what I've seen, it's third person.
They look so geeky.
That's because we're geeky.
You need to get a blue. You need to get a blue or orange pair, James.
Yeah, you'd never wear them.
Let's have a look. Because I was thinking, it's a shame because if it's first person, I probably won't play it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
It
of
all
first
depends on
person.
how you play trophies.
From what I've seen from the trailers, it looks like it's third person. I'm just looking it up on GameSpot.
I might get. I don't know. It depends on what I get for Far Cry. You know, eventually when we finish it.
Yeah.
You know, because the downloadable content you get doesn't do anything for the game.
Yeah.
What I mean is there's no trophies for it, so I'm a little bit like, I might skip that DLC then.
Yeah.
If it had something to do with the gameplay, I'd probably buy it and play it.
Right, yeah.
But since it doesn't, I'm like, you know.
You're like, it's nothing to, yeah. So are you doing any reviews tonight, tomorrow?
Yeah, well, tonight's a bit of a hard one for me because I did the chat and then in about an hour after the chat, I went to my cousin probably for about 3 hours.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
And then I'm probably gonna do and then I'm probably gonna spend some time with Donna.
Yeah.
But I've got a review done which I'm gonna put up called "We Still Kill the Old Way."
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, which I should put on. I might do a review later tonight when Donna goes to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. It might be of the Scorpion King free because it's got a DVD inside it.
Mm.
But game-wise, I want Uncharted to come out.
I know.
I
It's
want
like waiting. I don't think it's out till like April or something.
have a look. Let me have a quick look and see what games are coming out because I always get confused
I love
about
the look of
games.
the graphics in the order. The graphics in the order look amazing.
Amazon. They do look actually amazing. Do you know what I've been thinking about buying?
It is third person.
Is
From
it?
all the screenshots I've seen, yeah.
Okay, then I'll probably get it then. Because I know there's something coming out soon. I was going to get Saints Row 4 and play that again.
Oh yeah.
But then I was like, do I want to play it? I'm just like, I can't believe the order is not co-op when you've got 4 players.
I know, this what cracks me up is the cover. It looks exactly like the Assassin's Creed Unity cover, you know, with the 4 guys lined up. And then there's no blinking multiplayer.
Oh, I like the look of the exclusive collector's one of the figure. I don't
Really?
buy them though because I'm like they just DMC. Oh yeah, they're bringing out the Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, aren't they?
Yeah.
I might buy that. I do like Devil May Cry. Oh, Sniper Elite 3 the Ultimate Edition.
Oh dear. We must get that.
Bonus content, 9 additional DLC packs.
Yeah,
Includes Churchill 1, 2, and 3, and 18 additional weapons. So it's everything you bought, basically.
Essentially just season pass, yeah.
Basically.
I'm waiting for Silent Hills as well. The PT, the proper game.
I wouldn't mind that either, to be honest. I want Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, Metal Gear 5, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's that many I actually want at the minute that are coming out.
No.
If I look at what was all because I don't care about Battlefields and all that stuff.
No.
There we go, look. James just put, alright, it's always fun tuning into these. I'm looking forward to next week. Got to go now, but take care, guys. Bye, James. I'll be surprised if you're in here any time over an hour of commenting. You're always in here for like 20 minutes exactly.
It's not even 20 minutes, yeah. Just come in, show your name, and then leave. I
time you in, you're like 15 to 20 minutes, and you leave. Let's see if next week is longer.
That's support, that is.
But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
Loves us so much that, you know.
Well, I'm just trying to see what games are out, you know, in case I would want to pick one up, kind of thing.
Yeah, is there a list of like pre-orders or whatever? You know, like.
Not on Amazon. Amazon's terrible over here for that. It also has the new Borderlands coming out.
Oh really? I'm not a big fan of the Borderlands franchise.
The Handsome Edition. It includes all the Borderlands games in it. Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and all available bonus add-on content, completely remastered. Yeah, I might play that. I'm enjoying the, the Telltale version.
Yeah.
So I might. Where are we? Video games. So I get so confused. Okay, we go.
Seriously, Silent Hills isn't coming out until 2016.
You're joking. When it put up that bloody thing.
The fuck? Wait, I know it was a teaser, but maybe if they didn't spend so much time making that, that's ridiculous.
That could just be a date, but they don't know what the next one when it's going to be released. Hopefully.
No, it's going to launch Halloween 2016 for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Okay, let's have a look. I'll need to pick up Grand Theft Auto 5 again. I know that.
Oh, you are? I thought you had it already. Again.
No, I keep trying to get it, and then I think I've got it, and then I haven't got it, and like bidding and shit.
Yeah.
I need to go out and buy Minecraft. I know that.
Oh, I know you're gagging for that.
That's definitely on my list.
Well, you've got to sit there and play it while you're wearing your glasses.
You're right, I do. I still don't get why people love Minecraft. So have a look. I'm looking down these lists. I'm like, Little Big Planet 3. I still need to play that View, don't I?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Oh, Batman. I'll probably get the Batman game. That comes out June.
Is that Lego or normal?
That's normal. It looks beautiful. Build a nan to play as Harley Quinn. Why would I want to play as Harley Quinn?
Yes.
I want to play as Batman. Rayman. Why is Rayman still coming on all these consoles? Phantom Pain. Okay. December 31st, 2015. So if they're the actual dates, that means that and Uncharted are going to be out the same day. I'm going to have to pick what one to play first. Devil May Cry, when does that come out? March the 10th. All the Slice Change gameplay original release, all previously released editable content, including Virgil's Downfall campaign, plus brand new modes. Well, that doesn't seem too bad, but I'd say $40. I might buy that in March then. Why not? So look, NBA and FIFA, definitely need to get them. I might actually play Spider-Man 2, you know, the amazing one.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be awful, but I might buy it. Play it.
Just to platinum it or something.
Yeah. There's a new Naruto game coming out, but they're all the same. They're just fighting games. I want to play the Sherlock game.
Not really. I've seen some gameplay. It's a first person, and it doesn't look that good. So.
It's not first person because you see him walking about.
Oh, that's a different one. There's one called Crimes and Punishment or something. I can't remember what it is.
That's the one I'm thinking about picking up.
No, it's first person.
That isn't. The video I saw, he walks about.
That must have been a different, because what I saw, it was first person.
Oh, here we go. PGA Golf Tour. Oh, Just Cause 4.
Oh, there was Just Cause 4 coming out.
Just Cause 3, sorry. It's coming out on the 31st, and it's going to have co-op.
Oh.
Hey, there we go. Another open world game we can play. Dynasty, we could play that together on co-op. That was awesome, from what I heard.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, Dead Island 2. Sorry, Rainbow Six.
Advert playing. Hang on.
Oh, there's a new Doom game coming out.
Oh my God. I had a bloody advert playing on the website that I had open. I was like, what's open?
Pastor Vinge asked us the question. You two played the HD version of Resident Evil. Capcom are also considering revamping Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
My view is this is just to cash in again, but I probably will play it. I just haven't got round to the chance yet.
I have got it. I've started playing it. I didn't have a GameCube, so I didn't get to play the original redo of it. I completely agree. It's a complete cash grab. It's nice in a way to have, you know, like for those that may not have played because the graphics on the new version are beautiful, like on the GameCube version, over the. But the problem is I don't necessarily think it works. You know, like we were saying with movies, I don't think it works for the new generation in the way that it did at the time, because of like the fixed cameras and stuff. Like those of us who grew up playing those games, you know, that's not a problem for. But I don't think you know, like to have those locked cameras, I don't think is the same for the new generation.
That's why I think it's on the PSN, because it's for the retro people who used to play it.
Yeah. It was only like £16. So I'm playing it at the moment. I'm not really. I don't like it when they call it HD. When actually it doesn't look any. It's not like they've beefed up the graphics that much or anything. So, but it's nice to go back to it. And as a fan of the series, it's good to go back to. And I get trophies. So.
I have to look up trophies for that because it's a single player game, isn't it?
I already got my first one by dying for the first time. So.
Trophy. Yes, 4. Let's have a look. Little trophy videos. No. Okay, there we go. Let's have a look. See what they're like.
But I don't like this whole HD. You know. Just,
yeah, like I said, remastering and that's not
Yeah.
exactly what it says it is.
I know we've mentioned that before, but yeah.
No, but it is. It's not. It's not what it says it is. You know.
No. Well, I got it like when I got the I stupidly bought the Metal Gear Solid HD collection on PS3, even though I had the PS2 games, and I was like, I thought it was going to be nicely, like touched up and stuff like that, and I played it, and I was like, the graphics are the same as if I've been playing it on PS2. I've got the PS2 versions. I can play them on my PS3. Why have I bought this pile of shit?
There's a lot of missable. There's 18 missable trophies.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing happened to me. I was a big fan of the series, and I was like, oh, I can play them again. And I was like, but there's nothing fresh about what they've done, you know?
No. Same with Silent Hill, their HD collection. Apparently that was really, really bad as well, the HD Silent Hill.
Yeah, I think it was. I never got round to it, but...
No, I never got it, because after I learnt my lesson from the Metal Gear collection, because I was like, well, I've got all the Silent Hill games. if they haven't beefed up the graphics, then there's no need for me to get the kit.
This game almost has the exact same trophies as bloody Evil Within.
Yes, you know what? Yeah. That, and I noticed there was similarities to some of the trophies we've done even on Sniper and stuff. So
that's ridiculous.
It's kind of funny because obviously the guy that did Resident Evil did Evil Within, so I guess it makes sense as a crossover. You've got to finish
the game 3 times as well.
Fuck that.
You have to clear the game with both characters. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can play through as both of them, and then you get the other trophy as well. That's all right. I will not be getting that for a while. I'll probably wait till it goes down to like $8.
Yeah.
You know. I
only got it because I wanted to get it. Because, like I say, I've always wanted to play the GameCube version. So.
Well, I think we're gonna have to head off in a minute.
Yeah, it's that time already.
Yeah, it is. I hope everybody enjoyed watching.
Yeah, thanks everybody for all your the people that actually left great comment. We had some really good comments for some really nice people. So
Last Avenger, John, Paul, and Jimmy J.
Yeah.
I feel like James is like, that guy who comes in for the cameo in a movie. He's like,
yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, that's a joke. I'm not being serious. I'm not being horrible or anything. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
No, just thanks so much, like you say, and hope everybody has a great week, and look forward to seeing you all again next week.
On the 2nd of February.
Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment now. So.
Have a look. So 2nd of February, 9th of February, 16th. Okay. You've got a doctor's appointment?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Is it in the morning?
It's in the afternoon, so I'll be around for the evening. So.
All right. Well, from me to you and Tash to you, goodbye, and take care and have a lovely week, and we'll see you all next Monday.
Take care, everyone.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye. Hey.
Technology.